What up, Nine?
Trapaholics Mixtapes.
As the 9% and word would say, make a better you, a better us.
Who do you think you are? I'm the word. Boy, I'm the one who put in the work.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. We about to get into it. But before we get into that, hey, let me get into the chat. My 33 brother, Mr. Gary Busted Down Brown. What up, though, Nine? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Frankie Blanco in the building. Top 5 alive. Stop playing. I'll debate anybody. My two bros in the building. Appreciate you. The 33 Sports Chat. Y'all make sure y'all check out that channel, man. We'll be live tomorrow. You know, I'll be co-hosting up there sometimes. We be over there talking about sports, man. All sports, boxing, football, basketball. Gary talk about baseball. What WNBA? A sport is a sport, right? So make sure y'all get over there and check out Mr. 33 Sports Chat. You know, hey man, we had a wild week this week, so I figured I'd turn it down a little bit. We get back to some of the boring stuff. So today I don't have any clips or anything to present, but I am gonna pull some stuff up, right? But today we're gonna talk about hearing versus listening, because it's another. These are other words that people try to use interchangeably, but they're not. You know, hearing and listening are two different concepts, and when you do it, you get two totally different byproducts from doing either one of them. It's something that comes with everything, right? So everything has a cause and effect factor, and so yeah, hearing and listening, and a lot of times you can identify what people doing if they're hearing you or just listening to you. And we're gonna talk about that too, because like I said, people use these words like they're interchangeable, and they're not. You'll hear people often say, people are hearing or listening to respond, and it's like that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to listen to respond, so that's not a bad thing. But what they really mean, they're hearing to react, right? Due to the action. So dee 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 dee. So yeah. So first, I'm gonna pull up the definition. So we know what hearing is, right? Hearing is an innate ability that everyone is born with, unless you have some type of defect. But it's what hearing is just you being aware of sound, right? That's all hearing is. You're just aware of sound. It's nothing. You're not comprehending. No, you're just aware of noise, sound being made. Oh man, forgot I'm on. Okay. Wow, I got all this open. So hearing, the faculty of perceiving sound, an opportunity to state one's case. That's a hearing, like, in a court hearing. But that's all hearing is just you hearing the sound, right? So now when you take a look at listening, what the hell did I just do? I put it in the middle of the word, my bad. Oh, I'm already on the site. All right, word. To give one's attention to sound, right? Listen, to give one's attention to sound. To take notice of an act of someone says, responds to advice or a request. So when you listening, it's a conscious effort for you to understand what sound is being made. So when we talking, you can tell when people are hearing and listening, because one, when you're just aware of sound, you're more in a reactive state, right? When you listening, you're more in an observant state. You're trying to understand what the person is trying to convey to you. So oftentimes when you're sitting there talking to someone and you say a word and they cut in, that's because they're hearing. Right? You can say they listening to react, right? They listening to react. Or you can say they're hearing, because as soon as they hear that word, that trigger word, it normally is a word that triggers them. That's when they butt in and cut you off. But when someone is listening, generally they're quiet until you finish and then they respond. Because even react and respond is two different things, right? So when we react, a response or behavior in a particular way in responding to something, I don't like that definition, because react has nothing to do with respond. But response is a form of react. React is the state of response. Responding is more a defined way of to react. So when you react, means to act in a particular way is directed in a result of something else. Going to Cambridge. To act in a particular way as a direct result of something else. So like I said, when someone hears you and butts in, normally what happens is they hear something they don't agree with, and that's why they're cutting in. They're not listening, because to listen is to observe. So when we talking, not only are we saying words, but those words lead to context. That's why we structure words together in sentences to lead to a point. So if I'm in the middle of talking, trying to tell you something, and you interject, it's impossible for you to be listening. Oftentimes people say, well, I know what you was about to say. That's just a justification, an excuse to cut you off because they got triggered by something you said. 9 times out of 10. And like when we was reviewing that video last night, the dude kept cutting me off and he assumed, like when I asked him, have you ever dunked a basketball? Yeah. So I said, so you know what it takes to dunk a basketball. So yeah. So, and then I was about to talk about the experience. He was like, no, I know what basketball is. You put the ball in the hoop, just because he assumed he knew what I was about to say. Right? He assumed, but he didn't, because I'm talking about the experience of dunking a basketball. You talking about the game of basketball. Two totally different concepts. Anyone who does something has experience doing it. So you gonna have more information or more knowledge about the subject than someone who just is observing it, just looking from the outside in. That's like I can sit there and watch somebody work on a car, and yeah, I'd be able to mimic. But if I just watch versus me doing it, if I work on the cars, I have way more experience and knowledge of the car. So when we respond, Hold on, man. I gotta close some of these windows out, bro. Oh shit. I do not like having all these windows open. My bad. Let me. Commander, what up, 9? Yeah, we getting boring tonight. But I don't know, some way, somehow, we might get this lit. I gotta go to, I can't, I don't like this search in here. Damn, how many windows I get up? Oh, that's why. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh man, let me see if I can get this in black mode real quick, because I can't see none of this shit. My bad, I went to the Google and I can't. Settings, customize. How did I do it on my phone? I can't do it on there. All right, I'm gonna try it out. Let me just try it. What is that? I'm gonna try. Hold on, let me grab my specs. How y'all doing tonight, though? Y'all all right? Yeah, we had enough excitement for the week, but Tay in the building. What up, 9? What up, sis? I'm gonna just break this down a little bit and then we'll drop the link and we come up and talk. I just want to do something boring today. I had enough excitement for the week. Too much excitement. I had to put my spectacles on, bro. I'm getting old, man. I got spectacles. Nah, window. So, can y'all see this? Oh, let me go to the chat on my phone. Tay, eat y'all. Stop playing with me. So, reacting is an automatic emotional response to a situation, while responding is more thoughtful and deliberate action. Better definition and understanding. That's why I say, like, with these words, man, you got to understand, like, you have a definition, and then you have an operation of a word. That's why you got noun. A word can be used as a noun, a verb, an adjective. Different ways you can use the word. So not only should you know the definition, but you have to understand the meaning of it. So the way it's applied to something, right? And a lot of times, that's why I said people take words and they try to use them as they're interchangeable. Like hearing is not listening. Hearing is just the innate sound. And hearing, usually we become reactive off hearing things. If you hear something fall, what you do, you jump like, oh shit, what's that? That's a reaction. Right? If you hear if someone talking to you, you might be listening up until that part they say that one word, you and then you react. Why? Because you heard something. You in the midst of listening, but that word, you become reactive off of the word. Everything else they say goes out of the way. Right? And it don't even have to be bad. Right? So just say if we talking, right? I said like, okay, I give you an example for me. So when I was younger, right, I was from the hood, right? And when I first started working in the hospital, that's when I started changing my life and all that. But I'm from the hood, so oftentimes they had conversation, and I'd be listening, and then as soon as they say something about like people from the hood, it was like now I'm in a more reaction mode. Like, what you mean, people from the hood? Or somebody would be talking, and they'd be like, them people. Like, hold on, man, what the fuck you mean, them people? They could have been like, them people over there. I ain't hear none of that. I heard them people. Like, what the fuck you mean, them people? Because normally when you hear stuff like that, they talking about black people, right? So I had to learn to listen, because even if they were trying to insult me, understanding the context, because people are very passive aggressive, especially when they're using words and they're trying to covertly insult you. So if you listen and understand the context, you know how the person is coming at you or attacking you. And a lot of times they're doing it to get you to react, right? So if you give them that reaction, then they won. That was the whole purpose of them doing it. No, but the response is more deliberate, is a more conscious. You actually thinking about it. And you can only truly respond if you listen to what a person is saying. Because now, by listening, you can make a formal judgment on how to proceed with the situation. You can make a formal judgment, and it's an art. It's an art. It sound easy, but it's truly an art, because words will have us capricious. Words will make us impulsive. Somebody say the wrong thing to you, you might light them up. Facts, looking for emotional impulses. So that's why it's important. And this is my thing too. So when people doing that, you kind of understand. You begin to understand their intent, right? Like if you listen to a person long enough, they'll tell you everything you want to know. You just got to be patient. You have to listen. But if you're just hearing, you go become reactionary. You go become reactive. You go start reacting, especially if it's something that triggers you emotionally, because emotion creates thought creates action. So if you trigger, a lot of times it bypass, like when you have mind states, right? And even when you define mind state, right? Mind state is temporary, is more emotional. They say it's driven by emotion or thought, but I will argue it's driven by emotion. A mind state is more impulsive. It's something that happens rapidly. A mindset is a mental mind frame, so it has order and structure to it. Okay, if this happened, then I'm gonna do this A, B, C, D. Okay, I gotta get up and go to work. What I gotta do first? Okay, I gotta get something to eat. Gotta get in the shower. Gotta Get dressed. Yeah, go to work. When you at work, okay, order of operation. I need to do this. You're in the mindset of working. There's different forms of mindset that we go into. You know, if you're in school, there's a different mindset from working. Right? If you're relaxing, there's a different mindset from school. Should be anyway. You know, it's just the mental framework that you possess to accomplish the task at hand. That's all a mindset is. But a mind state is more impulsive. And by definition, let me pull it up. Mind, body, what the hell was I typing? So when you emotionally trigger, you can shift from a mindset into a mind state. And this is why it's important to be aware of what emotion you are currently feeling. Because a mental state, why is it mental state? Okay, anyway, a mental state or mental property is a state of mind of a person. Mental state comprises and derives classes including perception, pain, pleasure. That is not what I wanted to look up. Mental state and mind state is a different thing. Well, no, it's not. That's the way they explaining it on here. The approach to the concerning definition of according to mind state. Classification of a mental state is due to friends. I was trying to show you a part. I gotta go to Google. I can't do shit on there. I do not like that search engine. I'm a Google dude. Only time I use that search engine is when I'm on here. Okay. So mind state, right? Is it sharing? Can you hear me? Okay, let's move. I know my computer just ain't free. I don't free. Oh, okay. So the state of mind and the person's mental or emotional state at a given time. It can be positive or negative or neutral, right? A person might feel positive about their life while their siblings feel negative. A person might be in the, what is this, Chat GPT? So anyway, it's a temporary state of mind. That's what a mind state is. A mental, your mindset is a mental framework. And like I said, that's used for various reasons. And the reason I'm saying that is this. Hold on, let me drop the link. But the reason I'm even saying any of that is because at any point in time, we can go from a mindset to a mind state through our emotions, right? Because we emotionally trigger. And depending on what that mind state is, like I said, it can be positive or negative. Anything has duality. So, I mean, you can be having a good day talking to somebody and some a-hole come and tick you off and bam, you shift. That's because you went from a mindset to a mind state. That's how people shift gears so quick. And then you can always tell when you go back into the mindset. You know how? Because you start thinking like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have did that, or I could have did it this way, or I could have did it that way. That's how I always knew when I was shifting from one to another one, because of the emotion. You know, there it says mental or thought. I mean, mental or emotional state. I understand the mental state because, like I said, emotions create thoughts. So um, you can feel something and then think something and then be reactive too. But a lot of times, you know, that emotion override the thinking process. That's a better way to say it. The process of thinking will be omitted because of the emotion overriding. Oftentimes, you see it all the time. Even think about a crime of passion, right? People, you know, come home, your old lady, somebody, you snap something to get the swinging. Next thing you know, people out of there. You're like, oh shit, damn, you wasn't thinking about, yeah, well, if I do this, I'm gonna lose my freedom. You know, my kids gonna be fatherless, motherless. You ain't thinking about none of that. You're emotionally triggered. If you totally bypass the whole thinking process, you ain't rationalizing nothing. Nah, you literally in the mind state of anger. Literally in the mind state of anger, and that's an extreme, right? But that shit happens, right? So now, dummy it down a little bit. Everyone has triggers. Well, most people. I'm not gonna say everyone, but I know I have triggers, right? And my triggers ain't common. Like, there's a lot of things people do I just totally ignore. But certain things you do, I will fucking snap, right? I'll snap. You mess with my family or my money, I don't play. So I go from a mindset to a mind state. And even when I come back to the mindset, I'd be like, so fucking what? No, I don't like, nah. It's not justifiable. Ain't making an excuse. It is what it is. Like, I'm not apologizing for nothing. Nah, because it's not a mistake. Because, like I said, it's not a lot of things. Like, I was talking to G earlier, and he was like, yeah, I knew if they would have said the N word to you, like, man, you know how many times I've been called N word? Only thing I would have started educating them. I get excited when people call me the N word. Like, oh, let me educate you. Let me show you a little something. Right? So, no, that don't trigger me. But you mess with my money, it will. That triggers me. That trigger me. You mess with my people, that will trigger me. But name calling is like, nah, I don't really care about that. For me, it's more what I answer to, right? If I answer to it, then it's my fault. But that's the difference between comprehending somebody and misunderstanding. Most misunderstandings occur because the person ain't listening. They're not listening. And like I said, it's a skill that people developed over the years. Commander, what up, Nine? The Minister of General Defense is in the building. What up, Nine? But that's where the majority of misunderstandings come from, because the person is not listening to you. And then, I mean, if we are communicating, that's the whole point, right? Is for me to convey my thoughts or ideas to another person. That's the only reason we communicate with one another, right? Is to exchange thoughts, ideas, information, whatever's in our head, we want it in the other person's head. That's why we communicate. No matter if it be through speech, through text, through writing, through talk, whatever it is. That's why. So, what's the purpose of me speaking if someone is not listening? Like, there's no purpose. Well, it's no benefit for me anyway, because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be misunderstood. If a person ain't willing to listen to you, is a high probability that they're gonna misunderstand whatever you're saying, especially if they're only hearing or if they're listening to react. You know, that can be interchangeable. That concept, not the words, but the concept. Listening to react, or if they just hearing you. You ever talk to somebody and they say, I hear you? I hate when people say that. Yeah, you hear me, but are you listening? I always say that. Yeah, I hear you. And usually the people blowing you off when they say that, right? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that's because it's going in one ear out the other. They're just acknowledging sound is being made. I ain't gonna lie, I do that shit to sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I do it sometimes. Yeah, I just be listening. I just be hearing people like, yeah, I hear you. And then one ear out the other. Depending on the source. Right? Depending on the source. Not everybody. I listen to most people. That's why I'm able to convey back to them what they said to me. Because I'm listening. And generally, I'm not gonna say I never do, but not too often I cut people off. And if I do cut people off, it's for one or two reasons. One, I don't want to hear what the hell they saying no more. Or two, I need clarity of something they said. Or no, three reasons, because maybe I don't know they done talking. Especially on here, you get to talking and you'll pause for a second, and that pause sometimes open up the door. When I hear a person pause, I try to 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, then I speak. Nah, I don't do that shit. That sounded funny though. I don't do the Mississippi thing, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. Women will start talking. They don't care if you listen. Hey, they don't. I got my wife doing that though. Now my wife be like, "Are you hearing what I'm saying, or are you listening?" I'll be like, "Oh, I'm listening, babe." Nah, I think you just hearing me. Yeah, my wife got me on that too. But this is a real thing. Like I said, it's important because it's tools that we can better utilize, just to make have more effective and efficient conversations with one another. And a lot of the misunderstanding will go away. A lot of the misunderstanding. And then you can learn a person's intention too, right? Pay attention. You'll learn a person's intention. Because if a person just hearing you, they ain't listening to you. They're not listening to you. And 9 times out of 10, they just waiting to react to something you say. And a person like that is weird, man. People weird. They just waiting to react to something you say. You'll start using eye contact. You gonna hypnotize them. I'm telling you the secret. I promise you. Try it for a week, Commander. Hold on 1 second. Let me call. Try it for a week. Because I told you, like, men are logical. So when you really, well, in a normal conversation, it won't work. But when you want something from him, just make it make sense. Put it in a logical way. And then that way it's no disputing what you say. And 9 times out of 10, because men are more logical than emotional, that's how you make it make sense to it. Like if you tell a man, I want this because it made me feel good, that's more considerate than just saying, hey, I want this. Because if a man knows, like, okay, if I buy this, she's going to feel good. Okay, that makes sense to us. Okay, we want our women to feel good. Like when my wife gives me a reason of why she wants something, then I usually get it. But if she just say, hey, I want this, I'll be like, you don't need it. What you want it for? And then she'll tell me what she wanted for, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like I remember because my wife do nails, right? She can do her own nails, both hands, do her feet too. But after she had the kids, she like, nah, I want to be pampered. So but for me, right? For me, I'm looking like, hold on, bro, you got a license. Well, what the hell you want to pay somebody else to do something you do? That does not logically make sense to me, right? Until one day she said, well, I want to be pampered. It feels good. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so go pay whatever. Even though you can do it yourself for free because you got all the shit, you want to pay somebody to do it? Okay, you got a benefit coming from it. It makes you feel good, pamper you. Okay, I pay for it, then I feel like I'm, yeah, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. So ladies, do that. Y'all want y'all nails or y'all hair done. Don't just say I want my hair done, and then Nah, make it make sense to the man. You know, when I get my hair done, I feel like a queen. You want to pay for it? Oh shit, hold on. You feel like a queen when you get your hair done. Yeah, so if I'm paying for it, then I'm making you feel like a queen. That's how it rationalizes a man head. He'll be like, yeah, how much you need? Yeah. You know, when I feel like a queen, what I do, hey man, yeah, break that bread off. Make it make sense. That's all you gotta do, lady. That's the sauce of the night. Make it make sense to men. All right. And get what you want. It's a superpower. Definitely a superpower. Commander, don't be laughing at me. I hope I ain't put y'all to sleep. But yeah, that's all I had to present. Like I said, I just want to do something boring tonight. We had enough excitement. If y'all didn't check us out last night, yeah, I was over there chirping. I was definitely over there chirping. But, you know, I always talk about transmutation of energy. So that's what I was doing. I was just transmuting all the negative juju people gave me, and I put it into a stream. You know, I'm not going to say artwork because that definitely wasn't art, but I put it into a stream. So that's how I get rid of negative energy a lot of times. I transmute it. Either I go hit something or I will create something. You know, and I don't care what it is; it's just there to get it out. Look, you like you Steve Harvey. I ain't talking to you, right? They gonna look at me like I'm Steve Harvey. Oh nah. Yeah, but hey, writers, I got a good stream coming Saturday, y'all. Physical evidence of the existence of God. That's what we're gonna talk about. Because that's what the whole debate was over there. And like I said, like I went over there, it was like, oh, you want to talk about like hell? Nah, I ain't talking on your goddamn panel about shit no more. We could talk about bananas and blueberries or some shit like that. But I am not talking no information because I cannot present nothing. And y'all weird, bro. They weird. They weird. Like, nah, that shit weird, bro. I'm telling you. Now listen, let me show you something. So I'm going to Google. I'm not using. Maybe I just need to make this my default search engine. Hold on. Where is that button at? This in set Chrome as default browser. There we go. What? Yeah. Oh, I fucked up. I shouldn't have did because I can't. I need to learn to put this in black mode. I can't see this shit. Is this it? Accessibility, contrast, themes. Yeah. No, I don't want no aqua. Why can't I why they didn't do it? Okay, let's see. So they do it. I tried. I totally forgot. Oh, okay. So again, like when we talk about words, man, pull little tink tinks, right? So I kept telling them a belief is something you accept, right? Um, and no, belief is not nothing you accept. I'm like, bro, belief is something you accept. No, it's not. A belief is not something you accept. A belief is an idea or a conviction that something is true or exists, even if there's no evidence to support it. That's what a belief is. Right? It's something that you accept. It's an idea or something. It can be anything. And it's the existence of it that you accept without proof. You don't have to have proof or evidence to support it. That's what a belief is. So they was telling me knowledge. If I have knowledge of something, then I believe it. No, they were saying if I believe something. No, I was saying I have knowledge. And they said, well, within knowledge is belief. I said, no, knowledge is knowing. Knowledge is knowing. When you know something, let's see. Facts, information, and skills acquired by a person through experience or education. A theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. That's what knowledge is. So, keyword, facts. Right? Facts, there's a fact that you're going to test. Right? That's what a fact is. Knowledge has nothing to do with belief. Nowhere in the definition of knowledge do you see belief. Even when you operate, and if you have knowledge, you don't need belief, because belief is you accepting something without evidence. So why would you need belief if you have knowledge? If I know something, what's the point of me believing it? And that's why I say, like over there, I'm just asking them, like, bro, pull up the words. That's all we got to do. We can stop all this bickering. Like, I don't like that neither. When we talking about a subject and people want to debate on the words, like, bro, the usage of the word. Why is we debating on the usage of the words when we can just pull it up? That's because people 9 times out of 10, they can't prove your point wrong. So they're trying to make you look wrong in other factors to nullify the point you made. Like, bro, that's preschool shit. No, take away what I said. Take something from that, but you can't. So what you're doing is attacking my word structure or my knowledge of the uses of the words I'm doing, but you won't even pull it up. I'm straight. If we're having a conversation, that's one thing, right? But when we talking about information, I'm good. Act like a woman, think like a man. That's what they be doing. Hold on, man. Who do that? I don't. Hold on. Oh, they already big overwords himself. Oh, act like a woman, think like a man. Oh, because I'm telling the secret sauce. Yeah, let me be quiet. I ain't gonna lie, writers. That went over my head. That totally went over my head until I read that. I'm like, oh, I see what I'm doing. Because that's that book Steve wrote, right? Think like a man. So I'm telling the women how to I ain't gonna say manipulate, but I'm telling the women how to better communicate with men, right? I think men should be doing that more. Look, man, women, when y'all want advice on men, don't go to women, go to men. And men, when you want advice on women, don't go to dudes, go to women. I think that's how it should be. Like when men be giving advice, I be looking like I be wanting to say, like, what is your relationship status? Hold on. I wonder that though. Like when men give advice, like what's your relationship status, right? Because look, the advice, like if you ask me what works with me and my wife, 9 times out of 10, I say it like this: 7 times out of 10, it probably will not work with you and your woman. Probably won't work because I'm weird and my wife is weird. So it's just like 2 weird people found each other and we got even weirder, right? So the way we cohabit, it might not, people might not be built like that. My bad. Okay, let me put this down. That shit too strong. But anyway, the way me and my wife function, I'm not one of them dudes who feel like I gotta dominate or control a woman, right? I don't do that. But from like the other day I was saying, like, my wife's location is in my phone, right? I know I created her lock codes to everything, all her codes and I created all of it. She didn't even do it, I did it. So, like, if I tell you how we are, you'd be like, damn, you got control of your wife. No, she did all that. She like, hey, make my lock codes for me. Hey, do this for me, do that for me. My wife depend on me like that. Like, my wife defers anything for as security, shit, damn near health at times. My wife defers a lot to me. Like, you the man, you take care of that. Just tell me what I need to do. My wife puts herself in position for me to protect her. That's what my wife does. Not every woman is like that. Not every woman is like that. Some women, they might like their privacy. So if you're a man and you want, hold on. So, like, if you're a man and you want that submissiveness, you have to be aware if that woman is even capable of that, let alone wanting to submit. Some women are willing and ready to submit. They just ain't submitting to anybody, right? And there's some women, they don't believe in that submission at all. So you have to communicate and understand, what this woman is. If she is willing to submit, okay, now what are your criteria? Can you meet those criteria? And if you can't, then she ain't for you. People be trying to put squares in triangle holes. Like, look, she might be bad, she might have a nice body, she might have the intellect, but she just got a whole different worldview of you. And she ain't willing to change, you ain't willing to change. It ain't gonna be no change, it ain't gonna be no work. Nephew, what up, sis? Give me 1 second, let me grab some water. Yeah, my bad. Much better. I don't know why I didn't get up and get some water soon. No. You can go night. Yeah, the panel is open. I just didn't put it on there because last 2 times you got some cool people, but then you get some weird people too. But y'all know, anytime y'all want the link, or usually, if I'm presenting something, it only take a couple minutes, and after that, I'm gonna drop the link. But yeah, Neff, my bad. I had got a phone call in the middle of your live, and when I went back, I think he was off. But yeah, she finally went to sleep around like 9:20. Like 9:20, she passed out and went to sleep. But yeah, they was jumping off of walls all day today. I can't wait till the summer, bro. And I take them for their walk, and they come back because we walk almost 2 miles. So when they go on that walk and come back, they eat, get them in the bath, and they be knocked out. Where him the bouncer. Tay probably passed out by now. Tay took a bath, turned on her phone like, yeah, I'm gonna catch you live. laid on that bed. Take on night night. I'm telling you. Tell you sleep, y'all. Tell you sleep, y'all. Yeah, but yeah, women, just make it make sense to men. That's all you got to do. Just make it a more logical. Because when you get emotional, if you don't look, that's just how we think. Like if you say you want something and there's no reason behind it, yeah, it'll be thoughtful if we get it, but it don't make sense. You know, when things make sense to men, then that's when they do it. You know, men are more logical. In fact, ladies, if you would like, I will cover the 3 laws of logic. So you can better, let me stop. Yeah, no, I will. I'll cover the 3 laws of logic. That way you will better understand how to build an argument, a logical argument with men. Would y'all be interested in that? I'm doing it for the ladies. We'll cover I think it's like 2. Is it 2? No, I think it's a mathematical. I know it's the Aristotle's 3 laws of logic, but I think there's another one too. I think what is it called? There's another one. It actually has 4 principles in it. Oh, that's what. Hold on. Okay, so it's a mathematical and it's okay, so the law of identity, contradiction, and middle. Wow, I ain't seen this since quantitative analysis. That's when I was in like 11th grade, 12th grade. I did that in 12th grade. 12th grade, yeah. Disjunctive addition, yeah. I ain't seen this since. That's mathematical laws of logic. Yeah, so hold on. Let me get it back. It took an hour. They wasn't having it. They wasn't. So when we talk about the laws of logic, 3 laws of logic, however you want to present it, right? You have the law of identity. You have the law of I don't know why I can't. You have the law of identity, the law of non-contradiction, and the law of exclude the middle. So the law of identity states a statement is true if it is identical to itself. You have the law of non-contradictory. A statement cannot be both true and false at the same time. You have the law of exclude middle. Every statement must either be true or false with no middle ground, right? So those are the 3 laws. I don't want to break it down yet until y'all say y'all want me to, and then we'll just do a show for the ladies to and we'll call it how to make it make sense to men. And if you abide these laws and they don't, then that's something you can throw in their face. Right? You can throw it in their face. Like, you're not logical. I'm more logical than you. So so long as your statement meet that criteria, you can't say no. You just can't say no. All right. But like I said, you just have to know who you're dealing with. Ladies, y'all gotta know who y'all dealing with. You know. Just like all women are different, our men are different. You know. Some dudes are more chivalrous. You know, some dudes are more just like want to dominate women. You know, that's just how people are. You know, but all men ain't the same and all women ain't the same. That's why I know it's, to me, it's lazy not to judge on an individual basis. But I know, you know, it's more convenient to put a blanket on something to say, oh, women are like this or men are like this. You know, that's just easier to do. But to judge from an individual basis, I think you'd be more effective and efficient. Be more efficient. Say all men, it's an assumption that you put in your subconscious, and that's how you go perceive the world. That's how you go build that mental, that mindset. You know, when you're interacting, you already gonna have a preconceived notion of someone before you even get the opportunity to know who they are on an individual level. You know, that's why I try not to do it. I try to go into every situation with an open mind. Um, you know, that's just me personally. I try to go into every situation with an open mind, even if I see signs of BS at times. You know, I give people the benefit of the doubt. Like on here, I will. In real life, I won't. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I see some signs, I'm straight. I'm good. Because in real life, you don't get like a second chance, right? If shit go wrong, it go wrong. And where I come from, that shit can cost you your life. So, but on here is different, you know. It's literally the internet, so you got a lot of space in between. So, what I mean, like, I can go into a chat, and if I don't like it, I can leave and never go back. But if you are amongst someone and there's some BS going on, you might not be able to get to leave. So, you know, I would take more chances of interacting with people on the internet than I would in real life. You know, y'all done heard stories, women meet people on apps and go on dates and never return. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life, you may not get that chance to learn from a mistake. So you have to be more mindful and more cautious in real life. Like when you, like, I don't, this is what I don't understand. Okay, where we at? Oh, we in an hour mark. Okay, we good to go. So this is what I don't understand. It's open topic now. So, but this is what I don't understand, right? And there's ladies in the chat. Who in the chat? Frankie, I think Frankie here. I'm the only two fellas in the chat. So it's mainly ladies, right? So let me ask y'all this. When it comes to dating, this is my ideology of dating. Dating is to get to know someone. So when I think of dating, I think of going somewhere where you can actually have a conversation with a person and it should be public, you know. Like I'm thinking as a father now when, you know, my daughter said, I want to go on a date. Okay, you go on a date at the house, in the kitchen, you know, at the table. That's where y'all can go on a date at. That's what I'm thinking. I know my wife go church, but yeah, you want to go on a date, y'all can go on a date right there. What y'all want, sandwiches? I can make some sandwiches. Don't worry about that, you know. But really, like all jokes aside, like when y'all go on dates, it should be somewhere public, somewhere where there's people around. It don't have to be intimate, but it should be somewhere where you can have a conversation and get to know someone. I don't know why people think like this is. I don't. To me, it's just if I'm getting to know you, I should be utilizing that time to get to know you. It shouldn't be like this. I'm gonna tell you, women, this is how men think, right? If I get to, we on a date, and you say, "Oh, I want to go to this nice restaurant." We get there, and I'm looking at the thing. I'm about to spend a couple hundred, or even if I'm about to spend $100, I ain't thinking about to get to know you. I'm trying. Look, what am I getting for this in return? I'm about to spend $100. What am I getting in return? That's what I'm thinking now. Once I look at them before we get there, I'd be like, oh yeah, I want to have oh shit, okay, how much? You start adding that up, like, nah, bro. This is a transaction now. This ain't getting to know nobody. This is a transaction. Hey, listen, I'm just being real with you. I wish there was some more men in the chat. I'm telling you how men think. I'm being honest with you. Like, I don't look, it's not really I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you how shit go down in the head, how we process shit. When I was younger and a woman say we go on a date, I took we went bowling one day. I took this one chick bowling. We went bowling. That was fun. You spend like $30-$40. Even when you buy, got a couple, couple things, a couple rounds, and you get a pizza, some pop or some beer or whatever. You spend about $40-$50, and you chilling, having fun. You can talk in between frames. You still getting to know the person. You can see how competitive they are. I mean, that's a good time. Right, I took this one, I forget what, and I don't even eat, like, I can't eat shellfish, right? So I used to, women say, I want to go, she want to go to the Japanese steakhouse, right? Okay, we go there. I ain't never been, right? So I'm like, cool. I don't know how much no damn Japanese steakhouse. I wasn't going there. So when we get there, I'm like, oh damn, this is a nice place. Oh, they cooking the food. Oh yeah, this is badass. I'm thinking like, okay, man, this is some rice and shit like that. How much does this shit gonna really cost? Man, her plate costed $60. I got one for $30, right? But I'm sitting there, I'm like, and then she ordering sake and all this other shit, and I'm looking like, man, the bill came like the whole time. Once I looked at the menu, I wouldn't think. I'm looking like, man, fuck, I'm getting out of this. Like, we supposed to be getting to know each other. Why am I coming out of my pocket like this? I'm not saying all men like this. Bullshit. I'm not saying that. Because if a man spend money on you, that's a transaction. Look, anytime money is spent, what is money for? What is money spent for? What is money with the currency? It's for transaction. So if I'm spending money on you, that's a fucking transaction. Any way you want to look at it. If I'm spending money on you, that's a transaction. Okay, I done gave it. Now what am I getting? I'm just being honest. That's a transaction. So women, when y'all dating, if this ain't your man, and I'm not talking about you dating your man, this is your man. I'm talking about when you get to know someone. I wouldn't let them spend money on you like that. Anytime money is for one purpose, for transaction. That's the purpose of money. That's the purpose of money. So if you just dating a dude, man, look, get to know him. Get to know him. I want to ask women, why do y'all like on the first date? Why is it? And y'all probably don't do it. Well, y'all married. Never mind. Everybody in my chat married, except for Didi. I might have to ask Didi, but I just never understood. Like, if a man spends money on you, what on a date, and you getting to know him, what does that mean to you? Like, what is that? What? How do you? What understanding do you? Oh, he has money because he spent it. Because I can tell you, I know some dudes used to hit me up when they was going on. Hey man, let me hold 50. Like, what? I'm about to go on a date. I ain't getting no. Come on, man, let me hold it. I throw him some money. I had one friend asked me for a couple hundred. They loan me a couple hundred, bro. I got you back Friday. I'm like, all right. I know he had a job and he was good for it. Gave it to him. When he gave it back Friday, I was like, why you? Oh, I went on a date. Like, bro, you weird, man. You borrowed money for me to go on a date with a girl, and now you got to pay me back. So yeah, just because he spent it don't mean he got it. That don't mean he got money. So I'm trying to. I don't know how women think. Well, I kind of do, but I don't. I know how my wife think, and I know how the women think in my family, but I don't know how all women think. And I like picking brains. So, like, what does that signal to you when a man spends money? Like, he like you? Because I'm telling you, man, when men spend money, we thinking about the transaction. That's how men look at money, as transactional. I'm just telling you. Ask men. Ask your husband. Like, hey, how you look at money? You think when you spend money, is that a transaction? He'll be like, hell yeah, it's a transaction. I want to know the logic. Yeah. Yeah, Commander. I'm about to make Gary an emoji too. Gary sleeps. I'm gonna put Gary sleeps quicker than Tay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna make one that say Gary sleeps quicker than Tay. Because Gary, he be passed out. I know, but he get up early. G get up early. But I just like fucking with people, so I gotta make Gary an emoji now. I made you one. You got the peanut butter petty time. Tay got one. I gotta make Gary one. Definitely gotta make Gary one. But I'm telling you, when men spend money, that's transactional. That's why, like, women be like, "Oh, because you took me on a date, you think you're supposed to get this? What the fuck am I spending the money for? Like, ain't that what that means?" I'm telling you, this is how it makes sense. I spend money, I get something out of it. That makes sense to me. That's logical. I'm just being real. That's logical. Especially the more money you spend, that's why dudes be thinking they go get something at the end of the day. If they spend a lot of money, they think that's what is a transaction. I'm gonna spend this, and you go give me that. That's just reality. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's left. I'm just telling you what exists. Go ask any dude, and if you ask dudes, they probably have a limit too. They say, yeah, if I spend over $100, I think I'm supposed to. Some dudes might say, if I spend over $200, I think I should. I'm telling you, ain't no dude trying to think about getting to know you once you start spending money. I'm just being real. So if you really want the guy to get to know you and don't have him spend a lot of money, go on somewhere where, like I said, y'all can go to a park or something, man. Go grab something quick to eat, some sandwiches, some Subway or something. Go get a blanket, sit down and talk. Get to know this person before you start really investing into it, because that's an investment too. Like when I spend, like, I don't mind. I remember there's a couple times I'm looking at my account. It's like it was recently too. I'm like, hold on, man, where the hell this money? And mind y'all, my PayPal account got hacked. So I mean, it wasn't hacked. It was under $100. I didn't even get it back, and I was pissed off about it because it felt like, damn, like somebody just took money from me. So it was like a day or two later, I look at my account and I'm looking like, man, what the hell? It was like another. I think it was like 110. And I'm looking like from Amazon. I'm like, I ain't ordered nothing from Amazon. So I'm asking my wife, and she's like, no, I ain't ordered nothing. She said, I didn't order nothing on your card. And I'm like, check the order again. And she's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to give you the money back. I'm like, no, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure somebody didn't take it, right? Like somebody, I didn't got again. Because if this account I got to close the whole, I got to shut the card down and all that. This is one of the main accounts. I can't, the PayPal, I try to keep preloaded, but if I don't, it just pulls from the bank account. It's not the bank account, but it can pull from it. But this is my account. Like if this get hit, I got to shut everything down. So she's like, nah, I give it back to you. And I'm like, nah, don't worry about it. I'm like, man, anything I spend on you or any money spent, that's like an investment. She wanted some new boots. So, okay, cool. I feel good. I done bought you some new boots. I'm like, no, you ain't gonna give me shit back. How you gonna give me something back and we got the same accounts? You'll put it back in the account you still got access to. Like my wife weird. Hold on 1 second. They can keep that hotmail. I don't want it. What time is early? I get up early too. I don't know. Gary probably be up. He'd probably be up in 2 hours. No, Gary. I can tell I'm at the tail end of this cold. I don't think I've been had a cold or sick like this. It's almost been like a week. Usually it's about me in a couple days. My daughter took a whole bag of Halls and just opened them up. and I'm walking around. I sat on the couch, and I'm like, "What is this on my back?" That's how I know she opened all the halls up, and I sat on the couch, and I had, I sat on one and I grabbed it, and then I got up, and my wife started cracking up. She was like, "Turn around." Man, she knocked like 6 halls off my back. I'm looking like, what the hell? But yeah, man, I done heard some horror stories when dating. I was watching, I think it was on TikTok when this dude was like, he went out, I guess it was like a surf and turf place with this lady, and she ordered 2 meals. And he like, what the fuck she ordering 2 meals for? So when they was about to leave, she put another order in. So one meal was for her to eat, the other one was to take home, but she ordered the second one. And he was like, why did you order 3 meals? She said, because I got 2 kids. And he was like, I'm not paying for that. Like, what the hell? Like, you dating this ain't somebody you're courting. You meeting this person, and you think he supposed to, like, that's wild, man. It's like, I mean, I guess, I don't know if that was a transaction. Maybe she was go give him some afterwards. Like, okay, you buy these 3 meals and you get what you want, I get what I want. We all happy. I can't say nothing about that. Like and she go home and said, I don't know. I don't know what her mindset was, but he was like, hell no. I was in a position like that. Well, not like, she buying extra meals with her kids, but I was in a position where I took, I went to the club with this. I met this chick, and I invited her to the club. I did, right. So we get there. I already had like a table comes with bottle service. So it's 2 bottles. There's a fifth of Hennessy, and it's a bottle of Moet Rosé. So we got liquor, but it's me, like 3 of my boys, right? And each one of them, no, 2 of them had a girl, so one of them was alone. So we sitting there drinking. Then I see another bottle come to the table. I'm thinking one of them ordered it, right? I'm thinking one of them ordered it. So when the bottle came, it was another bottle of Moet. So she grabbed it, popped it. I'm like, and I'm thinking like, because I got a tab, right? Like they know me, so I got a tab. So I'm thinking like, did she buy that? Then I'm looking at my boy. He shook his head like, I ain't buy that. I'm like, okay. So she offered. She was kind of ghetto. She offered people some, and then she drinking out the bottle, right? So that bottle gone, and then another bottle coming. I'm like, are you paying for those? She said, oh, I told him to put it on your tab. I was like, you ain't putting that shit on my tab. She was like, oh, I thought you got it like that. Oh, I got it like that. You don't. Shit, ain't nobody. You didn't ask me. Maybe if you asked, I would have said yeah. But you just ordering like, oh, I thought, no, you thought wrong. You need to stop thinking. Thinking ain't working for you right now because I don't know how you gonna pay them bottles $200 a piece. I don't know how you gonna pay for that. You ain't gonna buy. I ain't paying shit. I didn't tell you to order that. You didn't ask me to order it. You gonna tell them to put it on my tab? Man, that lady, I said, hey, don't put them last 2 bottles on my tab. She was like, oh, okay. And she said, you got a card, man? She's like, you really ain't go? No. Hell, I'm paying for something. Did you ask me? That's why you shouldn't meet somebody and take them to the club. But I was young and dumb. I learned my lesson. Last time I met a chick and took him to the club off, on a date. Nope. We go to Red Robin's. It's Texas Roadhouse. We go somewhere like that. Yeah, we can go somewhere like that. We go get a burger or something. We'll crack some peanuts and have a conversation. I'm good. I think the first date I went on my wife with, I believe it was the comedy club. Yep, it was the comedy club because she brought her cousin. We went out to eat, and then we hit the comedy club and met her cousin and her cousin boyfriend there. But when we went out to eat, we sat down and talked. And but we had been talking probably before we was cool before we even went on a date. So We had talked probably for like a month before we actually went on a date because we met at work and it was just cool, and I was just talking to her. And but yeah, so we went. You know, I paid for that. I paid for the comedy club too. Uh, but no, that was cool. Like, because you know, I did get to sit down and talk to her before we went to the comedy club. But then we went to the comedy club. It's you ain't really communicating. You watching the show. So, but we already did all that. So now we can go back and enjoy her. So that was cool. I'm trying to think the craziest first date. That was probably the craziest first date I ever had. Was that I ain't gonna tell that story. I remember, I can't tell that story. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not gonna tell that story. I remember I was supposed to let me be quiet. So yeah. What else y'all want to talk about? What else y'all want? Let me get in trouble. Let me be quiet. Commander, let me ask you this. Everybody say Trump tripping. What happened? I ain't been in the news the last 2 days. Everybody saying Trump tripping. I know they say he gonna take over the Gaza Strip or something like that. Man is very ambitious. I'll say that much. Oh man. This shit about to be crazy, bro. This shit about to be crazy. The Gaza Strip of America. Stop playing with me. We about to be nationwide out here. We done took over the Gulf of America, now the Gaza Strip. The Great Wall of America. Is that next? I'm just playing. That was a bad joke. Bad joke. That's when you know the Great Wall of America. God. The Eiffel Tower of America. That sounds good. Hey, that sounds good. The Eiffel Tower of America. Paris, we coming next. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm a horrible comedian. Horrible. But yeah, man. You know what I was gonna do tonight? The show. Don't emotionally attach yourself to things you can't control. Because I think often that's what happens too. People get attached to events. Like my wife, she do not like Trump. She don't like Trump at all. Nothing about Trump. She says she gonna pop a couple bottles when he ain't here no more. I'm like, man, don't do that. But she don't like Trump, but she gets so emotionally riled up. Did you see what he did? Oh my God. I'll be like, bro, I can't do shit about what he doing. I can't do nothing. What you want me to do? You want me to call him and say, hey, Trump, hey man, whatever you did, my wife is upset. Can you chill out? I can't do that. I can't do that. It's nothing I can do. Whatever happens, I have no control over it. If I did, it wouldn't be happening. So, I mean, either I can get emotionally attached to the situation or scenario, or I can just evaluate it and adjust to it. That's what you have to do anyway. I'm just being look, I'm being blunt, but I'm being realistic. Whatever's going on in the world that you can't make an impact on, you have to evaluate or adjust. Evaluate and adjust, rather. That's just what you have to do. Unless you can have some type of impact on it, what you gonna do? You gonna sit and complain about it until the shit. That's like somebody seeing a wave coming, talking about, oh my God, it's a wave, and just standing there and letting it smack you. No, you see a wave coming, like, look, I got 5 seconds to run this way to get the hell away from it crashing. That's what I mean by adjust. So whatever the fuck going on in the world, you need to evaluate that shit and see how to navigate when all that complaining and being emotionally triggered and all that shit is wasting time to me. Okay, like I'm looking like Trump got to do. Okay, shit. Well, Saturday we just go get some more ammo and some more non-perishable food. I'm, I'm gonna go get some extra boards and some nails. Just in case if I gotta board this motherfucker up, we gonna hunker down. That's what we gonna do.
What up, nine?
What
That
up,
ain't even a
man?
joke. That's not even a. That's not even a joke. That's being smart.
I know that's what I'm doing Saturday. I bullshit you.
For real. No, why do you
Like,
think I was busy today?
no, I ain't
Lord.
playing.
Listen, there's things I've already prepared for, but like you can never be too prepared. And I'm glad that my husband, like, he backs me up, because some of the stuff sounds wild, but like he's thanked me on things, like he's like, you know what, you're right. Like, if you make it logical, like you said,
I'm telling you,
and because you spend money, like stuff's not cheap, so like
man.
even like trying to prepare for stuff, once you add everything up, it's a lot of money. But
I gotta
yeah.
ask my mama. I don't know what happened. Something happened, and it might have just been in the town we was in. I don't know what happened in 1988. I just remember my grandmother buying all
1988.
this stuff, and I remember helping her pack it back in our storage room. I
Mm-hmm.
remember my mom coming home from school,
Should look it up.
and it was just like real tense for like a couple days, and then everything let up.
Was
And
that like
then
Nixon? When was like Nixon time?
I don't think that was Nixon. I don't know what was happening.
1988.
Hold
We
on,
should
let me
look it up.
Google it.
But it's like all this stuff is nothing new. Like the stories I've heard from like my family, the older people, like from the past, like the immigration stuff, like America's already been through that well, not exact scenario, but probably even worse, where they were like snatching people up and like showing up to your work and picking up everybody, and you had to try to blend in.
Mm-hmm.
And then
69 to
the
74.
69 and 74, what, that was Nixon?
Uh,
69,
oh, hold
74.
on. Let me. What? When? Yeah.
I'm not
What
like
is?
a historian. I mean, I don't really know what was happening in the 80s like that, but I know like I watched
Yeah,
videos on like
72. Watergate was 72.
I watched like what do you call it? Great Depression, and like different like how people survived,
Mm-hmm.
how to live off the land, how to like use things that um what do you call it, like substitutes
Mm-hmm.
things for either substitute medication, substitute for food items, just all sorts of things. I'm just weird like that.
Did he oppose the tariffs? Did he apply the tariffs?
I think they're gonna be applied later this month, and not to everyone. Not like, for example, I think Mexico got a 1 month. Uh, Honestly, I don't think they're gonna do Mexico. They got a 1 month delay or pardon or extension. Um,
Man, look, I'm telling you, just I don't know Trump. I just been watching him. Um, he say a lot of shit, but I don't. There's some shit he ain't. He just talking some shit. He ain't gonna really do. He
but
just say,
he's that crazy that people are like,
yeah, oh
is
yeah,
he
he
gonna
crazy.
do it?
See
Is he
that?
gonna?
Yeah, but see that's what makes the threat real, so he can get what he want out of people. That's what because, but it's
Exactly.
just some shit. It just don't make sense. Like when it's even Trump at some point is logical because it makes sense. Like I'm not gonna say he's a bully, but he's a businessman, so he will bluff at times. He
Hmm.
will your ass, and he will bluff his way into getting what he wants. That's just
Don't you think
business.
that we have to like all learn how to do that? Like at times. At times you gotta learn how to do
Yeah,
it. If you're in a
if you,
scenario on the street and you're up against someone that's like, sometimes you gotta act like you're tougher or crazier. Like, hey, I don't want to mess with that person because
you just better be able to back it up, and he can back it up with the United States military. Whatever he say, he can back the shit up. He got a fucking football, and I ain't talking about the one we watch on Sunday. Uh, so,
it's
I
kind of
mean,
it's scary because it's like you feel like it's unpredictable. You don't know
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna happen.
I'm not gonna lie. That's what make. No man, I'm fucking weird, bro. That shit make me feel alive. Like the unknown. Like when things get too predictable, I don't know. I just feel like I'm in a simulation. But when things are unpredictable, it's like that's where the like I feel alive at. Like when I can't predict the outcome.
You work better under pressure,
Yeah, yeah.
unpredictable. Kind of like, yeah. I just think it doesn't matter, even if this wasn't happening right now. Like people should always like stay prepared because
You,
natural disasters happen even.
yeah. Like shit, you don't know when the poles go shift. Like a poles can fucking shift and everything just flip on its head. We can you man that I'm more worried about that than Trump. I don't know when that I don't think it's gonna
Oh
happen in my
really?
lifetime. I hope it don't. But if the pole shift, it's like it's over. That shit has wiped out civilizations in the past. Like when they talk about the
Yeah.
deluges in the Bible, that's what fucking happened. The ice age, that's what fucking happened. Well, not
Like
ice
only a
age,
few,
the
like only a
meteors.
few will survive.
Yeah, and it depends what region you in. It depends what region you in because what was hot. I mean, the whole like look at all the water that is revealing land from thousands of fucking years ago. Like the water is residing, and now you saying fucking lost civilization. They going see and see fucking shit. Oh, bro, underwater. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Bullshit. No. So like you say, natural solar flares. There's so many a fucking meteorite can hit it. So you're right, man. Just be ready. But that's what I'm saying. If you're ready, you ain't got to get ready. You should have non-perishable foods. I mean, we can have a bad ice storm, and you might not be able to get out your house for a couple of days. It's just always good to be prepared for the unknown because when it happens, you won't be one of them people left without. Especially if you can afford. Uh, it's not hard to stock like batteries and getting things like alternate heating sources and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I got
And
man,
and
I got
like you need to be prepared to be at home, but you also should get prepared to have like a go bag and like
oh yeah,
have some go stuff in case you have to leave. Then at least you have some to hold you over for a little bit.
oh yeah. We got yeah, ours already we got part of the truck packed already.
Yeah, some people
But
keep a
see
go bag
we
in the car.
yeah, we like campers and shit too. So like we go camping. So we kind of like we ain't no survivalist. I am, but my wife she a bad motherfucker out in the woods. I ain't gonna lie to you. She can split wood and everything. So I mean,
Some of this
uh,
stuff like yeah, we don't even know how to use. Like
uh,
but hey, some stuff you can think about like, okay, I might trade this. I could trade this with someone or like, like
yeah,
all right, maybe I don't know how to do this, but I got some tools. Can you do this? And then I'll do the stuff that you don't want to do, or, like what my skill set is.
I tell you how to make and keep a fire easy. Um, get you some wax. You know that linen you got from your dryer. Keep some of that.
Yeah, I keep
Get
some
you
of that.
get you some steel wool like a Brillo pad and get a 9-volt battery. You can use that to make a fire. Pull the Brillo pad apart and strike that 9-volt battery. You can get sparks out of there. That cotton or that linen from the fire trap, you can make your bird nest out of that. And the wax, the candle will keep it lit. Even sometimes it depends how wet it is, but the wax will be like a fire starter. We make fire starters. I take that linen.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean the
The
linen.
lint. It's lint.
Yeah, the lint you get out of the dryer. I take that a toilet paper roll or paper towel roll, and I stuff it with the lint.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sometimes I put tissue at the end. I mean, not tissue, but like paper at the end. But I cover it in wax.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, I get some. You know how
I
you got
haven't done
those.
the I haven't done the wax, so
Yeah,
I'll
the
do
wax
that.
to keep it. Yeah, the wax to keep it burning.
Well, you just
It'll
cover
stay.
one
No,
end
I
with
cover the
wax,
whole
or
thing. I cover
the
the
whole.
whole thing.
Wait, are you talking
And
about the inside or the outside?
the outside.
Just the outside. Okay.
Yeah, a cover. Oh, you can just pour wax on the top. Like we got them wax burners, so it's easy to just pour it on there versus like lighting a candle and letting the
Yeah.
wax drip. Yeah, you got a wax burner, and so like right now we probably barely got. And we went camping, and it was this young autistic boy making fire starters, and I'm looking like, why I never think about that? Because I almost said something, but I learned like we had a kit, and like I learned how to start a fire with Brillo pad and a 9 volt. I can start a fire with a condom. Like you need the sun though. Put
Mm-hmm.
water in the condom and hold it up like a
Mm-hmm.
magnifying glass. It actually helped. You got to have a
It's because
bird's
of the
nest though.
lubricant.
No, it's because like once the rubber once it's stretched out and with the water inside, it's like a magnifying glass.
Mm.
But you gotta have a bird's nest. If you
But
don't
wait,
have
what
a
does the
bird's
water
nest,
do?
the water help magnifies the sunlight so it can heat up.
But then it'll pop, no? And then once
Nope,
it pops, what happens?
nope.
Oh, it
It
won't?
won't pop because of the water.
That's interesting.
It was a science. I watched this. It was a science project where this guy, um, he was watching. It was a video from like I don't know if it was like in the Philippines. It was somewhere over there where this lady was cooking a meal in a plastic bag, and the bag didn't bust. And so they reenacted it, and it was because the amount of water that she had in there. It didn't. I don't know the scientific process, what happened in it, but the bag didn't melt because of the water was in it. And when I
Well,
seen, I thought, but plastic is different from rubber. Like condom is latex, so
um,
it the latex ain't gonna bust with the heat. Um, but
I
I
think we
see,
gotta practice the things, because if not, like, you gotta
yeah,
practice so you know what to do.
yeah,
Otherwise,
but that's definitely the easiest way. I know how to use a flint. I know how to use a bow to start a fire. But the easiest way that I've ever started a fire without a match or a lighter or something was with a 9 volt battery and some steel wool. That's the easiest and quickest way. Even with a bow flint, even with the flint, I don't like the metal shaving flints, and I don't like those. I rather use a old school bow, and it don't even take long to make it.
yeah, we just got some new 9 volts, because you gotta check them too, because if you're not using them, they go bad for years if you're not, or if they're not kept right.
Yeah, 9 volts actually hold longer than the other one. Just put them
Nice.
somewhere cold. Put them somewhere
Now,
cold to hold the charge.
I have something to say about the candle warmer, because I found this out
Mhm.
on accident. Candle warmers, I mean, they're not that expensive, but they're more expensive than a coffee warmer. And the coffee warmer does the same thing, and it's
Mm.
cheaper. It's cheaper and it does the same thing. I found it out by accident, because I wanted a candle warmer, and I was like, I looked it up, and I was like, this looks like my little coffee warmer. That's not even for me, but it was like an extra one that I had got someone for Christmas, and that was like an extra one, and it works. It
So you
works.
just utilized it.
Yeah,
You
I
just
just use it for the
utilized
candle warmer,
it.
because I was like, what are we doing with this? Listen, sometimes we tend to, like, my husband he'll buy something, and then he'll buy another one. Maybe he thinks it's better, and I'm like, just let's return this stuff. But he's the type of person that doesn't like to return things,
That's my
and
wife.
he's just like, keep it, and I'm like, what are we gonna keep this for? Then it gets lost and you never find it. So yeah, when I saw the candle warmers, I was like, wait a minute, this looks like the coffee warmer. I'm gonna use it, and it was a lot cheaper too. So, and we already had it. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, all those little things, I feel like people, it's hard though, because some people don't have the space for it,
Mm-hmm.
or
Shit,
they don't
make
have the
space.
money.
Yeah, that's that. I think that'd be the number one thing. Is the money.
I asked for a ham radio for Christmas, and I didn't get it. My husband's like, you need like a license for this. He didn't get it for me. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'll do the license or whatever certificate. But so I didn't get it. But that's something I want. And when Riders mentioned. She mentioned walkie-talkies, so I looked that up, and then I forgot why she mentioned walkie-talkies for something like as a joke, and then I looked it up, and there's some that can go 30 miles,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
we got a nice set. I don't know. I don't think mine go that far.
oh, she
Um,
was talking about old phones.
oh, yeah, talking about the chirp and all that.
Yeah, she said chirp, and I was like, "What's a chirp?" Because we have
You
chirps,
don't know
but
what
they're
a
like, no, I
Nextel?
don't
You
know.
remember? You don't
No,
remember the Nextel phones? Oh my
we have
God, bro.
we have chirps, but our chirps are like it's like for exercise. It's like a wheel, and you stretch your back before, like you stretch and pop your back and stuff like that. You use it for like rolling. But then she said, I think she said it was a walkie-talkie, so I looked it up,
Bro,
and then
I
I
had
found
man, they want $200 for this.
for what?
300. Hold on, this damn
For ham
Nextel.
radios?
This
Oh,
no, these the Nextel. This was the chirp phone. So these like the walkie-talkie. Let me share.
well, I
I
found
had one
one
of these boys.
that it works with what it
This
does
is
is
still
it
that.
picks up off of all the towers, so it doesn't pick up from just like one wireless service. It picks up like all the wireless services, and you can use it to walkie-talkie with whoever your clan. Your
I
oh,
had
that
this
sounds
actual
bad.
phone, the copper one, the i830, because when I got this, it was a newer model and they was teasing me because I had the older model.
That looks like a flip phone.
It is, but it's a walkie-talkie phone. Like you hit the button on the side and uh like you like you got an Apple Watch.
No,
Oh, you know, like even the
my
Apple Watch,
husband does.
they got a walkie-talkie app on there.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. My husband has one.
Yeah, they got a walkie-talkie app. So
Or it's not an
when
Apple
you
Watch because we're Samsung, so he probably has a Samsung
yeah,
watch thing.
I don't know if the Samsungs got it, but yeah, these are old chirp phones. We used to call them chirps because when you hit the button right before somebody speak, you hear chirp chirp. Everybody, where you at?
Mm.
Like, oh shit, hold on, let me turn it off. Hey, where
Well, the
you at?
ones I looked up, they're like they're not like flip phones. It's like one piece, and you like it's like a radio, like a little radio walkie-talkie, and it's $50 a month, which is pretty good. Or not a month, I'm sorry, it's $50 a year.
Hmm.
50 bucks,
And
but
so is this like a CB radio?
the
Well, not a
walkie-talkie.
CB because no, when you was talking about the handheld radio,
Oh, the ham radio. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that.
because I'm like, what you need a license for a radio for? Like, oh, we didn't went there. I'm
You
like,
know
I didn't
why,
see
right?
that bill. I didn't see that bill passed yet.
You know why? Because they have to track us. They gotta track who's got the ham radios. That's what I think. I'm like,
Um,
oh, I see you, government. You want to know who's got them,
yeah. Who we got
right?
to come at the first? Man, who we come at the
Who's got
first?
them? Because I thought the same thing. Like, why? I don't know the CB radio if you have to like register that. I don't know. I haven't looked into that, but
Yeah, that's I didn't know that. I honestly, I'm interested. I'm about to look. Let's Google it. What would I Google in
I feel like they're
Michigan?
gonna get more expensive. And I asked for one like 2 Christmases ago. But like you said, right? It has like my husband's like, "What you want this for?" But listen, what he on his Christmas list this Christmas he had an axe, some survival tools, and I got them. They were expensive.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Oh, hold on. What the hell was that? Okay.
Cause I think the ham radio was like I think it was like 100 or $150. It was like in that range. I want to say the ones I had looked up.
I'm looking up Michigan two-way radio system.
What up, chat? Chat, where you at?
It's not
Chat,
saying
chat,
that
where you
I
at?
need a license, but they
Gary sleeps.
definitely
It might
Gary
be like
Sleep.
um a certificate, a
QA
license, or some.
range.
You have to register.
Huge range of handheld portable radios. Offer what? Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'm just looking it up wrong. I might be because this is. Oh, I don't even. Yeah. Michigan, do you need a license?
Like you were talking about solar panels. That's like really expensive. Um, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
But even just like the little ones, the little the little portable ones, those are expensive too. But I mean, it's more reasonable because it's not gonna power your whole house, but you could survive a little bit off of it. Those are like 1,000, 1,500 and up.
Okay. Be aware that if you operate a radio transmitter that requires a license or use a radio that is authorized for only a specific service for an unauthorized service, you may be fined or imprisoned. So CB services allowed. So I'm assuming, um, yeah, like the handheld two-way radios. I see you got to be. Let's see license. 'Cause can't only way um you can track like the number or the frequent. What is it called?
The radio frequency,
Like it you can't track it, but you can. Um,
like it only
I don't
lets
even
you
think you
do
can. I don't even think you can know who on that. I don't see a way you can know who on the thing, who on
on the
there. There's
channels.
no, yeah, unless they give you a name. That's probably why, because it's not. Uh,
I think you have to choose a name. You have to choose a name.
hmm. I'm gonna ask my
Uh,
cousin. He drive trucks. I'm gonna ask him because I know he be on the CB all the time. But he carry
yeah.
one of the radios too. So if he ain't in his truck or at his truck, he can still communicate. That's interesting. I never knew that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, because I
These
had truckers.
licensed free radios include CB, family radio service, multi use radio services, industrial, scientific, and medical, and low power radio service offer a simple and effective way for individual and families to communicate over short distance. Oh, what just happened? Short distance, which
Also,
radios do not require a FCC license. So it's
the short
ones you
ones.
don't need the license for, yeah, the short range radio
But you
or
want to be able to
two.
communicate with people in other states. That's the whole. You want to know what's going on. Like if everything goes down, you want to know what's going on in other parts because you're not going to have the ability to get your information from.
Okay, so it says GMRS radios require license because they transmit over 2 watts and have a wider communication range of 1 to 25 miles. It says amateur radio services or ham radios require an amateur operating license grant from the FCC. I never knew that. God damn. Boy, you need
Mm,
permission to do everything.
I'm telling you. I think
I did
too.
not know
Also,
that.
people should have a landline phone, even if you don't have landline service. You can still plug
Yeah.
in a landline phone and well, it's not going to really help you because you can call 911 and they're not going to help you. But if it's just like something local, like it's not going down in the whole city, but maybe somewhere like locally, maybe.
Well,
But if you have phone service, you can communicate with other people who have landline service.
I appreciate you putting me up on this game. I never knew that about. Now I see. I didn't really think it was that important to have it, but now I know it's uber important. So next family meeting, I'm bringing that up. That's something else we got to invest in. We about to buy some. Well, we putting together to buy some land. We about to do some things. So we hopefully in the next couple years, me and my mom, my mama, kids, my dad, we all in one area. Everything work out the way it's supposed to. We all gonna be on within, not even that far.
Part. Yeah, that part. Everything works out the way it's supposed to. And you know what? If we're not meant to survive things, then we're not meant to. Sometimes I think like, what's the point in doing all the prepping?
Like what? Like I told my wife, she was like, I'm like, look, man, if the world, we ain't got no bunker, and if we did, man, I ain't about to be living underground for no man.
Oh, I will.
I'm
if I had a bunker.
And come out to a wasteland with nothing. Like that shit would be weird as hell.
I guess I don't know. I mean, you're right. If it got that bad, if it really got that bad,
I would want my kids to survive, but then like, what would they be inherit? Like, is that really living? And they walking around trying to fight mutated rats and shit. Bro. That's all I look at it. Bro. What's that game called? I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh damn! I was all the way. I just realized I got this earpiece. I'm so used to walking away. My mic is on my table.
I heard you just fine.
Damn, this mic is good as hell. I was clear across my kitchen. I realized like, oh shit, the mic over there. But what is it? Fallout. That game Fallout.
It
was like it had like a nuclear war. These people was under the bunker for so many years. They came up, and there was some people up top. They was all mutated, big ass rats and dogs running around. Like man,
that's like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But let's say this word. Let's say it's only regional. Like it's not the whole world, but it's regional. Don't you want to be amongst the like top 10% to survive?
Hell no. Look, people fucked up already. Everybody gonna be at each other's throats and all that shit.
Well, that's why you gotta learn to protect yourself and have the things you gotta be able to try to protect
Look, I promise you this. If that ever happened, do not fucking come by me. Because I see any sign of life, I'm taking it out. I'm just being honest. I don't know you. Y'all was fucked up before the world ended. Now I know y'all even more fucked up. So I'm not taking chances. I'm a good person. Well, God will welcome you. Bow. I'm telling you, I'm not playing. I'll be a whole total different beast. I'm just being honest.
When we had the shutdown, I had enough supplies to share with my loved ones.
Yeah,
because some of them weren't preparing, So I was like, all right, I'm gonna drop some over here. I'm gonna drop some of that over there. I had enough, but you're right. You can't have enough for everybody.
Yeah. And people will be like, help, help. You'd be like, oh my God, I can offer this. Next thing you know, the whole crowd of people and you in capturing you in slavery. I'm straight. I ain't helping nobody I don't know.
Me and my husband, we already scoped out, like the people that live around us, the ones that are like us. We already scoped them out so that,
Oh, we got a place to go, something like that. But we got it, we got a place to go. And hopefully, we got a meetup place where, family, something natural disaster, something like that happen, we all go here. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I think it's good to have family meetings, like with close family that, reliable and dependable. I always tell people they should, implement that and just have like conversations. So, something do happen, what to do.
Most of them don't listen though. Like they don't believe in, they're not buying into it. But like like the stuff that happened in Florida or North Carolina or even
Mm-hmm.
California, like those things are just like to that region.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can survive past, if you could just survive long enough in the region, like
Mm-hmm.
the whole world didn't go down, it's not gonna be that bad. But at least you're not perishing
Yeah.
because no one's
Like
coming to save you.
like them wildfires, like when you see that, like that's why I tell, like what was that a couple years ago when that tsunami hit? It was overseas somewhere, and I'm looking like holy shit. Or when the volcano, or when they had them fires over in Hawaii, I'm looking
Mm,
like I know those people who was going through that experience was looking like, God damn, this is the end times.
right. Because they didn't have no food. Like you have to
Mm-hmm.
have cash. During that time, you have to have cash because no one's taking card. And sometimes even your cash isn't good. There's just
Mm-hmm.
not enough supplies. Like there's not enough. The gas runs out at the gas station. You got to go on foot.
Or like Hurricane Katrina. Like hearing some of those stories, like people survive. I was watching an interview, and it was on the news when they saved the guy that was on top of the house with the TV.
I don't know that story.
But yeah, the dude was giving an interview. They picked him up, and they was like, "Oh, they left his TV." Like
He
what?
was trying to save his TV.
Yeah, I guess he was like, "Fuck that! I just bought this TV." He took that bitch off the wall and took it on the roof with him.
TVs aren't even that expensive.
Back then, was them flat screen TVs. Shit, that man, them boy. Now they like. I know we just went, and it
Oh,
was
when was this?
during Hurricane Katrina. When was that? Like 2000.
Okay, so TVs were expensive back then. Because TVs are not that expensive.
Yeah, we just seen a 90-inch for like 500. I'm like, God damn. No, I think it was no. It was that. It was a newer brand. It wasn't like a Vizio or nothing. But it was like
Yeah.
like almost $600 for a 90-inch.
I have like flotation devices. I have like stuff like that too. And then can openers, like how you gonna have canned food but no can openers? So I have like several can
Yeah.
openers in different spots.
Oh shit! I got knives. I got over. I probably got over probably about 60 different knives. I probably got over 20 different swords. I got 17 axes. I got 7 tomahawks. I'm a blade guy. I'm
Now
gonna
you
open
want
a can
some
regardless.
yeah, you can open a can like that. You also want to have some 5-gallon buckets, some food safe ones and some regular ones. And that'll help you like either get some food stored, with the lid, you want the lids because it could like protect your food. And
I'm gonna
then
I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you some good shit too, cause I got like 6 of these things. I bought one just to see how it worked, but now I got 6. These portable, like them power banks, but they got the ones with the solar panels on it now.
yeah.
Yeah, I
How
got
much how
6
much
of
do they
those.
cost?
The smaller ones I got was like $30. The 2
Oh,
big ones I got,
that's not
it
bad.
was like 45.
Yeah, that's not
So
bad.
I got 4 small ones, and then I got 2 bigger ones. But they got a big, like one you could actually put plugs into, like household plug.
Yeah, those
And I
are way more
think it's
expensive.
no, they got one for like $70, and they got a
Oh
big
wow.
ass solar panel thing.
I've
Yeah,
never seen one that cheap.
I'm about to buy one. I forgot uh how many amps it is,
Yeah, you need to
but
share that one. I've never seen one that cheap. It's probably like a little baby solar panel.
it's a nice. It's not like huge, but it's a nice size. I don't get my Amazon account on here. I probably could shift it over.
Well, some of the people were saying that with the North Carolina situation, some people are stuck in their houses because the roads got swept away, and
Mm.
they had people like they didn't have buckets. The ones that had buckets, they could go get water, and then that way they could still at least like flush the toilet, even if it's dirty water from wherever water source, a river, or wherever they could get it. And people don't think about those things, like just little basic things like using the toilet and flushing.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way the weather is, like, really, you don't know what's gonna hit
Oh
where. Like,
shit!
you think
I'm about to get
that
this
it's
one.
not.
Oh, this like oh yeah, I'm about to grab that one. I'm addicted to these things. Yeah, 78. Hold on. This ain't the one with the battery generator. No, I don't think this is the one with the solar panel.
Okay, you have to share whatever you're looking at. I mean,
Oh, I
share the
got
link. No, I'm just saying, like, even if you found a good one,
I'm,
share the link so I can copy it.
I'm trying to see how I can put it because I don't have the Amazon app. Maybe I can just pull it up on. Yeah, I should be able to just pull it up. Amazon, is it Amazon Prime? No, it ain't Amazon. This is okay, yeah. Okay, let's see. So power bank. See, I'm trying to see if this one comes running with lithium village solar, but 800 watt lithium battery solar generator. Okay, this is the one. The
I
power
think that'd be
station for home backup. Okay.
a good open panel, like prepper a prepper topic, and then different people can share like what they do, what they learned, how they prep, advice. I don't know. I love all that stuff.
So I'm gonna show you the one I'm about to show. Should I copy? Close. I'll show you. Um, I'm about to get this one. I'm probably about to order it when we get off. I should just order it now. I want this one though.
Then you have like the to filter water. You got the filter water packs.
Yeah, um, I got alkaline filters. I
What
probably
is
got
that? Oh,
like
that's a light.
30 of those. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the yeah.
The
That's the light,
source.
but this is
It's got a
the
light and
solar
it's
panel.
got maybe some outlets on it.
Oh,
What
this
outlets?
thing bad as hell. Hold on, let me show you. So it got all the different charging. You can. No, no. Where is that?
18 watts. It looks small. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like a 13-inch, maybe 15-inch.
Uh, that's not even. That's just one I'm about to get. That's not the one I was telling you about. Uh, these are, but this is similar to the ones that I got now. Like about that side. What is this? No, but like I can't even navigate to the. So these are the ones I got. One of these right here. Um, but these are like just the little standard little one. But yeah, I'm going. This is the one. Oh, that's 109. That ain't the one I just. I got one pulled up on my phone, but this is 109. This is what I was talking about with the ones with the plug.
Yeah, it's a nice little portable one. That looks like a
Yeah,
battery.
88 watts. So you can actually. Um,
No, it's asking for like there's some people that they're not even prepared for a flat tire. Those type of people, it's asking a lot for them to prepare further.
uh,
Like some people don't even have a first aid kit. Like I'm not
like
making
this is.
fun.
I don't got this one. This one got the light on the side. Mine got the light on the front. This is one of the ones I got right here. This black one. I got two of these actually. I got a black and a red one, and then I got not that one. I think it's this one. One, two, three. Up. Then I got this one. I got two of these. These are a little bigger. This is a 4. Yeah, because the first ones I got is a 30. Yeah, 36. So I got like 3 of these, I think, and then I got 2 of these, and then I got another one. That's still not enough watts. I mean, it depends what you like. If you're just trying to keep your stuff powered, this is like this will keep a lot of stuff powered.
Yeah, cause yeah, I feel like
It
that's a
depends.
easy portable thing that
And
you
this one
could
250 watts.
affordable.
This 150. This one right here. But if it ain't, my whole thing is if it ain't got solar panels.
You can leave
Like
one
if
with the kids and the wife while you have to
okay, yeah.
leave, have another one for you, or have one in the car, have one in the house,
Oh
have one
shit.
in the go bag.
With the 100 watt solar panel. I think I'm about to get this one. Yeah, I think I'm about to get that one. This would be great for camping. Like these are cool. 179. How many? 250. Let me find one.
The funny thing is, I'm talking about surviving, and I don't even carry. I'm supposed to wear like a medical bracelet. I'm supposed to have an EpiPen
Oh, I
half
keep
the
my
time.
man.
Do you have one?
I want. I'm gonna tell my wife to tell you that story with that. At the one time I forgot my EpiPen. I don't know. I was talking shit in the car. I was talking shit about somebody, and I rolled the window down. A bee came right in and hit me in my lip, and I'm
See,
like,
that's
"That's
why
what I get for talking
we're
shit."
not supposed
Like,
to be talking shit.
yeah, that's what I get for talking shit. That mother came, and I'm telling my wife, I'm like, when I knew it was a bee because like when it hit me, like I'm anaphylactic. Like that should have made after a while I stopped breathing. It'll close my windpipes up, but my lip blew up, and I'm like, and my wife been she an X-ray tech. She take X-rays, so she sat in surgeries and all that. But when I've seen her in action at the hospital. She don't freak out. It's like she right on top. But when it's her family, she freeze. So when it hit me, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I knew I didn't have my pen, so I'm like, babe, go to CVS. She's like, what? I said, go to CVS. She said, why are you talking like that? And I'm holding I don't want her to see my lip. She was like, okay, let me stop. I said, no, you gotta go to CVS now. And she was like, why your voice sound like that? And I was like, I got stung by a bee. She's like, oh my God, call your mama. I'm like, what does my mama go do? Just go to CVS. I just need some Benadryl. She was like, okay, what do you want me to do? I said, just sit here. I'll be right back. I walked right in there, grabbed that liquid Benadryl, drunk half of the bottle, walked to the counter, paid for that shit, came out, drunk another quarter of it. And I'm like, she's like, you want me to take you to the hospital? I said, just take me home. I just need to lay down. I just drunk damn near a whole bottle of Benadryl. I'm about to be out for a minute.
Right? Makes you sleepy. Because
Yeah,
I was gonna
but
say, I thought you were gonna say to get an EpiPen, but you need a prescription.
yeah, I got it. I mean, that's the one time I left it at home. Like anytime I leave, I always got it because I'm highly allergic to bumblebees.
They're
Like
so
even when I
expensive.
go on well, my insurance cover it.
Mine
Yeah.
don't. And then you want to have one like you don't want
The
to just
doctor
have
don't
one
write
and
you a
they
script for it.
expire.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, but even with the
No,
script,
now do this. Try this. I don't. You got good RX in your state
I don't
because I
know.
just thought about it. I did not use my insurance to get it. I use good RX. It's like I know we got it in Michigan. I don't know if it's in every state. Like, let me see.
I think it's everywhere. I've heard of that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and it don't cost nothing to apply for. It don't. It don't cost you nothing. But I think I got it for like $15 to Good RX because my insurance didn't cover it. So like when we go and they say something ain't covered, we try to Good RX. It don't cover everything, but stuff
Mm.
like EpiPens, I know it covers. You pay about $15 for it.
So is it like it's free to sign up for it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Do you
free.
have to tell them like that you don't have insurance? Is it for people that don't have insurance?
Oh, my wife got insurance. My wife got insurance through her job. She uses it. Like if her job don't cover something, like she get medications for her the nerve damage in her foot. She had all that fluid on it, and the job will cover that, so she used it her heads.
You know, like if you go to the doctor with insurance, they charge one price. If you tell them you don't have insurance, it's cheaper. It depends
Yeah,
on what your
sure.
insurance covers.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better to tell them you don't have insurance.
And you, man, I mean, then, like, I did 13 years as an anesthesia aide. I did like 9 months as a patient transporter, and then I did a year and a half, I think, as a register. Like when you come in a hospital, people to register you. And I learned so much in that year and a half that I did work in any other positions on how the politics of the hospital work. You know, because I was running insurance, and it was times where people came in and they didn't have insurance. And I can't speak for every state, but I know in Michigan it was like when people didn't have insurance, as long as they made under like 40,000. I can't remember if it was 40 or 30 at the time. As long as they was making under there, we could sign them up for Medicaid. And if
But do they have
Medicaid
to
would
show
pay,
proof of insurance? Or I'm sorry,
no,
proof of income?
yeah, well, they did have to. Well, it wasn't. No, they didn't have to. They just had to fill out an application. And I ain't gonna say all that, but yeah, sometimes they just tell them whatever the thing is they told them to put under that, and they'd be covered for that hospital stay. But there's programs out there to help you get insurance. But there's the application you got to fill out. I think like once you put your when they run your social, I know they do a check. They do some type of check because it'll take probably about once they fill out that application, they'll tell us about 50. The social worker lady, she'll give us a call in about 15 minutes to tell us if they got Medicaid or if they go on with the hospital forgiveness plan. Now with the hospital forgiveness plan, it was like they cover up to like 20,000. They cover up to 20,000 if Medicaid didn't cover. And I guess that was like grants or some type of money that given to the hospital. I didn't know that. Like the hospital get yearly grants to cover people too. I don't only know if that's in Michigan, but I know like working with them social workers because that's how we used to help people who was like getting out of jail too. Like just networking. Like I got cool with the social workers, and if I couldn't help them, I call one of them and like, hey, this person need a halfway house. You think you can help me out? And they go, oh yeah, they think for you. Let me look and see if they got something. So
Yeah, because some of them social workers, they be moody sometimes.
yeah. But I was cool. It was only one social worker. That lady didn't like me. Yeah, she ain't like me. I ain't did nothing to her. I don't know. Maybe she just didn't like me. I ain't did nothing to her, little funky ass.
Sometimes it's like the DMV workers.
Yeah,
Some DMV workers, they got attitude.
I know. Every time she came in, she'd be like, "Oh, you here?"
Oh, your sound went out.
Can
Whoa, you cut
you
out
hear me now?
completely. Yeah, you came back sounding weird. Let's see, talk.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you sound like you got the Timu mic.
Hello.
Timu, Timu.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe Gary fell asleep on him. He was supposed to come up tonight. But
Gary, what's up? He was in the chat.
yeah. I'm telling you, him and Taylor was in the chat. As soon as they were sitting there listening, and I got that voice that, oh shit, I'm happy I peeked outside. I got to put the garbage cans in the front. It's cold as hell out here.
Nobody wanted to know about the logics, but maybe save that one for another day when there's more people up
Mm.
for it, because that's a good one.
Yeah, I was.
I was thinking about, doing the show on. I just don't do that. I be wanting like what people want to. That's why I like talking to you because you would tell me like, "Hey, I want to do a show on this," and I'd be like, "Cool, I'm gonna do a show on that." I don't know why more people don't be writers like that. She probably like, "Look, I asked you for a show, you ain't did it yet. I'm gonna do 666." It's just like
She's still
certain
waiting
shows.
for her 666.
It's just certain shows I want to be able to pull. The fuck is that? Oh, it's a bot in the middle of the street. Okay. I can't see. I just seen something in the middle of the street. I'm trying to make sure it ain't a body. But certain shows is like it's different like resources I got to pull. Like I can sit up here and talk to you and tell you about things, but I like to get resources, and especially with the 666, it is. I mean, it's different ways. I can talk about it scientifically. I can talk about it metaphysically, or I can talk about it the cult practices of it too.
Oh, you know, writer. She wants all of them. She wants that
That's what
rabbit
I'm saying.
hole.
So I got to pull all those resources, and then I got to show also the dates different things were practiced because some predates others. So a lot of, like I said, you would hear me say a lot of the sciences, like the ancestral practices, have been perverted throughout time because originally it was used for this, but then these people got their hands on it and used it for this. And it's like
Yeah,
now we think it's bad because these people used it, but
like
the
the flipped
origin of it,
cross.
yeah, like the Cross of Peter, or Saint Peter.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
flipped
know
cross.
Philip got. I didn't know Philip got buried like that too. I was
Miss
reading that.
Chicago. Miss Chicago in the chat. She just came in. What up, though?
Miss, Miss Chicago, what up though?
But yeah, writer's gonna want to know all the things. All the things. I don't know. I'm not too interested in that, but I mean, I'm not necessarily scared of it, but you know, some people believe in superstition. Some people like really deal with the numbers, especially like what do you call it? Like Chinese, like usually Chinese certain things like has to do with the numbers. They won't do it if the numbers ain't right. They'll wait on a different day. They'll wait for it to change. They won't do it if the numbers ain't right.
Yeah, back on the Yeti. Yeah. Did it switch over?
I hear you now. Yeah, I hear you.
For some reason it muted when I was outside. I still heard you. I just couldn't talk. Miss Chicago, what up though? But like, even with the sixes, right? Like I said, scientifically, it's just uh, the number for carbon. That's six electrons, six protons, six neutrons create carbon. That's scientifically. But then when you talk about metaphysically, carbon is the essence of melon, which is the essence of everything. So 666 represents the infinite or infinity. But even before it
I thought
was
that was the 8.
Syrian, the infinite. I didn't mean to say infinity, the infinite, meaning of all, like dark matter or the ether. That's where the ether starts at is 666. And then um, even before it was Luciferian, it was tied um, to the Star of David, the 666. It was tied to the Star of David, and then later on it became the mark of the beast when the New Testament came along. So it has a history, right? And then different people use it for different things. Like in witchcraft, is used for something different than it is in voodoo. So, I mean, that
Yeah,
what is the name of that? My a buddy of mine. No, I ain't
like
talked to him in probably
paganistic.
about. It's it's a hoodoo book.
Oh,
But it shows it's not a hoodoo book, but the guy who wrote it practiced hoodoo. He was a hoodoo practitioner, cannot remember the name. It's the Book of the Sixes or something like that. But it tells you the significance of the number six, and it uses six within um, different fashions. And when you get to the triple head, they call it the triple head six. It's that's within Hulu though. So, man, what is the name? I'm gonna try to contact him. I ain't talked to him. I gotta think. I gotta find him on Facebook. I ain't talked to him in like 12 years.
I am a little bit interested in like how they have the symbol. It's like like you said, Star of David. They have like the A, the star. Like some of them, like I feel like when I see them, I feel like they're all satanic. But then I've been told,
Mhm.
oh no, this is not satanic.
Now, it's
Or
when
this
it's
is
inverted.
pagan.
So think of when you anything inverted. So when you see a star with a point to the top, it's not um is usually um earth, fire, wind, water, ether, the five elements. That's what it usually represents. Uh, but when it's inverted, that's when it's so when the point is at the bottom. Like if you look
Okay,
at
yeah,
Baphomet,
upside down,
it,
like an upside
yeah,
down star.
when yeah, so like when you look at the image of Baphomet, it's 2 points at the top, but the main point that's supposed to be in the middle is at the bottom, and that's the goat chin. The 2 points at the top is the ear, uh, meaning the horns, and then the 2 points on the side is like the ear coming out. That's the star of Baphomet. It's just an inverted 5 point star.
So that's satanic.
That's not even satanic though. So it didn't. The origin of it is not satanic. I say it like that, but the use of it now is satanic. Baphomet is satanic, but when it was created, it had nothing to do. And so when you say, even when you say satanic, like if you like when you hear they have the Church of Satan, and then they have the Luciferian belief, right? So the Church of Satan, you have to read and research yourself, but the worship of Lucifer is not satanic because Lucifer in Gnostic text was the light bringer. Lucifer actually sacrificed himself to bring us enlightenment, to bring the light down from heaven to give to the humans. This is their belief. I'm just telling you what they believe. So the same
Because without
similar
the
story
darkness,
of
there's no light.
Prometheus. No, through the darkness, the light shine, which is Lucifer, the morning star. Because
Mm,
we were a people in darkness until Lucifer brought the light down.
mm.
But it was his sacrifice, his willingness to leave the comforts of heaven to come down and bring us enlightenment, and knowing that he can never go back. So, so it was still a rebellion of God, but it wasn't like I'm taking over. I'm bigger. It wasn't that. It was like, hey, these people down here suffering, and I'm gonna go help them. That's the Luciferian understanding. The Church of Satan, I'm not really hip to them. I don't really know their teaching. I've just talked to some people, and it wasn't like no devil worshiping. I mean, if you look at Lucifer as Satan, like a bad person, then yeah. But the way they practice it is about self enlightenment. It's like spirituality. It's about self. You know, coming into knowledge self. It ain't like uh, conjuring up demons or nothing like that. From the people I talk to, but I don't know if they represent it in totality. But
But is it like a god to them?
no, no,
No.
he's a higher power, but not God. He's
Mm,
just so there is not it's not like we worship. Well, the Church of Satan, I don't know. The Luciferian ideology is not that. That's he's just a deity who came down and gave us light, like Prometheus, like the story of Prometheus, like came down and gave us fire. Uh, that's the same story of Lucifer, of coming down, giving us enlightenment. But they don't worship him. They pay homage to him. They thankful. They grateful for him. But it's not like a worship thing. Like worship is more of a Catholicism understanding. You got people who use the sacrifice, like sacrifice. I guess you could
Mhm.
say that's a form of worship. But when they got away from the sacrifices, it was just more worshiping. Because even the Old Testament, talk about sacrifice. You got into the New Testament, it was more worship versus the sacrifices. The sacrifices in the New Testament is like you fasting. That's a sacrifice. It wasn't like you burning grain or, killing animals or nothing like that. That's the Old Testament. So worshiping is like the concept itself evolved. It went from, sacrificing to paying homage. That makes sense.
Gotcha.
It is, just like when I say it like this, when I was younger, like you see like the Hindus, like when you see Ali, the destroyer, you look like, oh, they holding the head, they holding the trident. In one hand, they got all these hands and legs, and there's blood dripping. Like this evil. When you see it visually, you automatically associate it to evil. But then when you start looking or reading about it, okay, yeah, it's a destroyer, but you have to destroy to rebuild. So when you look at when Vishnu came to destroy, when Krishna came to destroy, it was always to rebuild something like this, like the Great Flood. Like the flood was sent to destroy everything, so to rebuild, so everything could start over.
I think
So
that's like what's happening right now with Trump. That's how I see it.
that's what a lot of people were saying.
And he's acting fast. But like when you asked me about the Gaza, I just saw like I haven't looked into it. I saw something brief about it. It's hard to keep up because I feel like a lot of stuff's happening and it's hard to keep up. Because I'm like, oh, is this new? Is this old? Because he's been signing a bunch of stuff. I feel like he's been signing stuff every day.
Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and be worried or scared or nothing like that because they ain't gonna do nothing. The only thing I can do is prepare and be ready to pivot. Pivot, pivot.
Pivot.
If you ever watch Friends?
Mm, I've watched like an episode or so of Friends. I don't know the whole
Man, I
thing.
don't. My wife is like a Friends fanatic, and
I know there's
I probably
the
watched
girl Phoebe.
Phoebe,
And I forgot the other names.
Rachel, Monica, Chandler, Joey, and Ross. But
Okay, okay.
it was episode when they taking the couch up to. We got a freaking bath mat in our bathroom to say pivot because we was taking the couch up the stairs and it was too big to go. And he was like stuck between the wall and he kept saying, pivot. So that's like an inside joke with me and my wife. And then she went and bought the damn bath mat.
That's why you say it like that. Pivot.
Yeah, he was like, if he was getting squished in the wall, he was like, okay, pivot. He was like, bro, we can't go nowhere. He's like, pivot. He kept saying it but like the couch too big to go upstairs, bro. It was like the stairs went up and then turned, and it was like too big.
Oh,
It's
okay,
funny.
okay. I got
I
you.
wish I could play it. I'm pretty sure if you type Friends Pivot on YouTube, that clip come up. I promise you it will. Let me see. I'm gonna do it on my phone. I bet you that clip come up.
So your wife, she really likes him, that show.
Man, my wife is one of them people who will watch a series like 30 times. Like when we first moved in together, I'm looking like I ain't never watched TV with you. 'Cause I'm like, we either watching Friends, Vampire Diaries, what was the other show?
I just know the
So,
how you doing, and then
how
Phoebe's like
you
the ditzy
doing?
one.
Yep. Pivot team friends. Listen, hold on.
Oh, I can barely hear it now.
Oh, you can hear it?
I could barely hear it now. Was that the pivot?
Yeah. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad.
Pivot. Pivot.
Hey, Dad. Would you shut up? Shut up. Shut up. I can't believe, they ruled that guy's death a murder. That's one of the,
In real life?
yeah. The dude, one of the dudes on there, the dude who was trying to set up his name was Chandler on the show. And I think it was last year, he died. They found him OD'd in his pool. Well, he had ketamine in the system, and that's a horse tranquilizer.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you
and
were saying
they
he was a murderer, a murmur.
no, no,
Oh yeah, I did
no.
see that. Something I saw something. Yeah, like doctors got arrested. I saw something like that.
Yeah. Man, you know how much that's happening in Hollywood? That's Olympic. It's That's a death medicine. And if people just getting script for it, who just trying to lose weight,
Oh, I seen one. I
yeah.
seen something in another country where a coach was giving, or I think he's still giving his, and they look like young too. Like I don't know if they're in high school, but he was giving them like like something that's meant for horses. He was giving it to the team or whatever to play better.
Mm.
And then
Probably
one
them
of them
damn
passed
horse
away.
steroids. Probably them horse steroids. Probably bust his heart. I
Yeah,
mean, I'll
yeah.
definitely probably had a heart attack.
It was sad.
Cause
They showed it on the Spanish
they,
TV.
cause they was using, it was, what was that? I think it was in Ohio. It was close. It was either in Cleveland or Ohio. This was when I was playing AU basketball. So this was like in like '98. I remember because our game got canceled, and when we was about to travel, we was at the hotel, and we woke up because what we used to do is go to the hotel the night before, and when we wake up, we get on the bus and then go out of town. So I remember waking up, and they was like, "Oh, we got to call y'all parents to come get y'all." They canceled the game, and then I remember my mom coming to pick me and my boy up. And then when we went downstairs, they was talking to the parents, telling them what happened, and they found out the team that we was about to play. I can't remember if I gotta ask my mom if we was on to Cleveland or Ohio. But the team we was about to play, they found out they was giving the kids steroids, and this was
Wow.
man. I'm like, hey, you basketball? We ain't playing football or something.
And that's in high school?
Yeah, I
That
think, yeah, yep.
that was high school?
What was that, ninth grade? Yep, ninth
Wow.
grade, I think.
That's wild.
Yep.
Well, I know like the horse tranquilizers, the stuff that the people like is it Philly? Kensington, that's the stuff they're taking. I think it's called ketamine, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Special K, ketamine, I forget they call it something else. That shit ain't no joke, man.
But that's not a
It's
steroid.
just no. That's the tranquilizer. Like that can leave some person The scary thing about that is, like, a person will be paralyzed but can see everything and be aware they just can't move. They put them in a kind of catatonic state. I can't even say the word right now.
Well,
Calisthenic, whatever.
it's making them lose their limbs because of
Oh yeah,
like I guess it causes like
you
lack of blood circulation, so they
yeah,
have like
and
open wounds.
that's not supposed to be injected in you. That's supposed to go through an IV drip, and it's not supposed to go um usually it's not it has to be it goes to the IV to be diluted. So if
Well,
anybody is
it's not even
sticking
for
it,
humans.
nah, but and then a lot of times people be snorting that. They dry it out and then they snort it. You ain't put like that stuff is very potent. We used it in the hospital under anesthetic. Like when you doing certain surgeries, they don't want the person asleep, but they want them paralyzed, so they will give them some of that. And sometimes they give them just a little bit, just to like kind of relax them, like 0.2. Um, it'll just relax them. But if they need them in that state where they still alert, they can blink their eyes and stuff. Is a lot. Anytime they're doing like neurology, sometimes most of the time they don't want to. It depends what they're doing in their head when they're checking different parts of the brain. They don't want the patient to sleep. They just need them paralyzed. So like if the patient feel anything, they blink their eyes.
Yeah, they can't scream.
No, can't do nothing. So like when I found out they were selling that shit on the street, I remember where did I go? I was in a bar or something, and uh, this girl was about to smoke a joint, and the dude was like, "Don't smoke with her. She be smoking that K." I'm like, "What?" I ain't know what the fuck he was talking about, right? So after everything calmed down, they had like a couple basketball rooms in the back. So I'm like, "Look, man, let's go shoot some hoops." And I'm like, "What is that?" I'm like, "What's K?" He was like, "I don't know. They call it special K." And I'm like, "Ketamine?" He like, "Yeah." I'm like, "They smoking that shit?"
Like
He
they
like,
dip
"Yeah."
it.
It's like, I don't know. I don't know if she dipped it, but he said they be drying it out and either snorting it or smoking it. That's what he said. He said, "Don't fuck with them." He said, "You think something coke, you either be snorting hair." I'm like, "Bro, I ain't snorting no shit. I ain't putting shit up my nose." I ain't gonna say black people don't do it, but I'm black, bro. But we smoke weed and that's it. I'm good where I'm from. I'm from the backwoods too, so I chew on a mushroom or two too.
Yeah, I saw like a YouTube documentary on it, like of Kensington, and they like interviewed. Well, they blurred them out, like some dealers.
It's oh, my headset on. I thought I was on my Yeti. But it's
No, you sound like Timu right now.
but it's definitely fentanyl is way more dangerous than ketamine. It's both of them dangerous. And none of that shit supposed to be going in your butt. Not the way like even fentanyl. Like they got the patches and stuff now, but um they not using the patches. They drying that shit out, putting it on pills. They putting it in coke. That you can't consume it like that. That's why like when they say you touch it, that shit will shut. Like just you touching it absorb for your hands. Like we look at our hands and use them all the time, like they. But these are our hands and our feet. You know how absorbent they are to shit. Like they will absorb some shit up. Our within our fingerprints and our toe print is very absorbent.
Yeah, I saw a video of a sheriff like straight up. It just like knocked him back.
He touched it and it went back just that quick. That's how
Mm-hmm.
crazy it is. That shit
And
will
I think
fuck
they gave
you
him
up.
like they gave him a shot of
Narcan.
Narcan, and then it still didn't do nothing. They had to give him another one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Narcan, that's not even a reversal for fentanyl. It's an actual reversal. What is it called? Um, I forgot the name of it. I ain't been doing that shit in years. Damn, what is the name of it? Start with a V.
Oh, maybe it was that. I don't know.
No, they don't have it. They give
Oh,
Narcan. You have to use two types. It's a specific. I'm talking about. It's created just to reverse fentanyl, and this is what the anesthesiologists use. because they carry around a drug box with all these drugs, fentanyl, Versat. They carry all that stuff is in their drug box. So they carry around this drug too. It's like four different reversals for some of the most potent drugs they got. Narcan is like that shit is for like uh street shit. We very rarely use Narcan as a reversal, but we got it in there as a reversal. So like if somebody come in on like with heroin and shit, you give them Narcan.
Ooh, don't say too much of that.
Oh, the eighth
We on
word.
here.
Yeah, yeah, I forgot.
Call it hair
But
on.
yeah, hair on her.
Hair on and Fanny.
Yeah, but that's
And then rugs. People use rugs without the D. I know it's weird
yeah,
because like
right.
some people will filter all the words, but then I've seen some channels, some videos where they say all the words. All the words.
Oh, man, I'm about to say he ain't signed that damn bill yet. Well, I can say whatever the fuck I want. I want that bill signed. That. Fuck all the
Free
other ones.
press.
Yeah, give me that one. I mean, shit, that's the one I was excited for.
But we
I ain't
do
even
have
care
that.
about.
It's just that this is like a private company, so they can make their own rules.
Oh,
But you're
not no
saying
more.
like
You
he
ain't see
wants
what
to
he did to
override it?
Zuckerberg? You ain't see what he did to Zuckerberg? He told
What he did?
Zuckerberg like, yeah, he told him like, bro, we can say whatever the fuck we want. Ain't no more that fact checking shit on Facebook. Or
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna lock your ass. He punked
the
him.
misinformation when
Hmm.
they flagged it. Yeah.
Yeah, Trump punked Zuckerberg. Like, bro, you better you don't do that no more. You hear me? I'm president now. I will pardon your ass right in jail. I will pardon you some of your millions and millions and put you in jail. How about that? I can pardon you like that too. Like,
See, I'm not too happy about like Elon and him getting too close.
nah.
Like I know these things happen,
Oh,
but
I'm
it's
just
like
waiting for it to
Elon.
happen. Oh, I'm just waiting. Elon gonna try to replace Trump with an AI. Let me shut
He's
up.
gonna
I'm
convince
joking.
him. He's gonna convince him of all the things. Like he didn't know what Starlink was. He's like, "What's that thing? Yeah,
Mm.
that thing Starlink." Like he didn't even know what that was until Elon told him. Now I'm like, Elon's gonna brainwash him. He's gonna give him all the ideas, all the stuff you need permission for. I don't know. I don't know what he would need permission for, but I'm sure there's things that he needs permission. Are you fixing your mic? Because I can't hear you. Yeah, they're getting too close. That means that they're gonna be doing favors for each other and whatnot. Your sound went out completely. You there? Wait, did I go out or you went out?
Oh, I can't even.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
back? You back? Can you hear me? Word. Who's in the chat? Can you guys hear? Chat, where you at? There's probably only like a couple people in the chat listening. Y'all are listening. Shout out to the people in the bushes, the silent supporters or silent haters. Either or, we thank you for your support. Man, Elon took him out just like that. Can't hear nothing. But yeah, I think they had another SpaceX trip. What up, Nine? What up, Nine? Where you at? I think some of the stuff that's happened, the really obvious, like messed up stuff, I think has happened for a reason. and it's not going to fully manifest itself yet, but in time it will. And then we will understand how and why these things happen. Word, where'd you go?
Now, was you
All
talking
right,
about?
we're having. Oh, you came back. You just sound low. No, I'm talking about like all the obvious things with the previous administration. There was a lot of really obvious, like dumb things that were happening. And I would tell my husband, no, this isn't right. He's like, no, no, this is just how they are. And I'm like, no, there's things that are like super obviously wrong. Like they're acting like they don't want people to vote for them. Like some of the things they're doing, especially even last minute things, there's got to be a purpose for all of this happening. They have a plan. They're not just that dumb.
He probably like, look, America about to fall. Let's put Trump in office. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. Fuck it.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like it's to convince the people, right? So like all these things, and then it's to convince the people that, yeah, let's vote for Trump. And now where people weren't on board with some of these things, they made it so bad that people are now like, yes, take
Yeah.
our rights and do whatever you want with it.
Do whatever you want with our rights. We don't need them.
Protect us at all costs, even if we, because there's always a price to pay. There's a price to pay. There's a sacrifice.
Always, man. Yeah, that was deep. She was like, Elon took him out just that quick. I was cracking up. Like,
Bye. What happened to your mic?
I don't know. I guess because I went out. It never did that before, except for tonight when I went outside. It cut off. It didn't cut
Oh,
off. It
okay.
just said disconnected, but I was still hearing you, and I'm like, I can still hear her. I just couldn't talk. And then
Oh,
when I
okay.
stepped back in, I heard my daughter crying. She woke up wanting her bottle,
Oh, okay.
and then I tripped over. I didn't even know what the fuck was that. The broom. I tripped over the damn broom and spilled milk all over myself.
But
Oh,
don't you
cool.
think like all this like there was people coming across like all these caravans even when Trump was in office. It just wasn't as much, right? But then this last administration, it's like full on wide open borders, and then just making them all comfortable, giving them all these things that Americans don't even have rights to. All the stuff they're doing is just like I feel like they're purposely trying to piss off Americans.
I didn't know what the hell that was. I was. It didn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna lie. You know the one thing that Biden did, like out of all the things that happened, and people might get pissed when I say this. The thing that really got under my skin is when he traded that Russian spy for Brittany Grinder. I'm like, bruh,
Why? Like why did he do that?
I don't know. But I just look. I can be wrong. I'm not an American historian when it comes to like politics or not. I just don't remember a time that we negotiated giving back what we consider a terrorist. I just don't remember. I
We don't
remember when
negotiate with terrorists.
that's
Who
how I
said
felt.
that?
I mean, wasn't it Bush
Somebody said
when
that.
they?
I don't.
Because I think it was Bush because we had a soldier. I think it was Al Qaeda that kidnapped her, and they messed her up. They broke her legs, broke her arm. I remember we sent they was trying to negotiate. They wanted some people free. Bush was like, "We don't negotiate with terrorists." And 2 hours later, a SEAL team hit their ass so hard, man. That shit was hype. that shit was hype, man.
Okay, yeah, and that's where it came from. Cause yeah, somebody told me that, like, oh, that came. Somebody said that. Somebody in office had said that, but it wasn't any. It wasn't.
Man,
Definitely wasn't Biden.
they pulled that guy from the bowels of Guantanamo Bay to trade. I'm looking like like dude was a real life. He's a real life fucking James Bond. Like the dude they gave up, that's a real bad motherfucker. That's one of the last people. Like man,
Well, and then allowing the Chinese spy balloon, like allowing that. Then I don't know what's up with the drones. Oh, they were talking about the drones could be maybe mapping out having a dome, like building some sort of dome. I don't know about the dome. If it's
Man,
like
our
some kind of
containment.
yeah, well, it's supposed to like I don't know what type of dome it is. Is it like
Man, that's
so they can't access us like they can't hack us. They can't come into that space. But the
man.
drones,
If
I
I
don't
see
think they've
them
been
drop,
seen anymore.
if I see them drop a goddamn dome on something, bro, The Simpsons is 100% real. I don't care what nobody says. I don't be believing that shit now, but if a dome get dropped over somebody, I'm like, man, this shit is fucking weird.
But yeah, all that's like not explained to us, and then allowing
Nothing.
these things to happen, like allowing these people to hack us and
Mm.
not do anything about it.
They ain't allowing them. You can't, man. Look, man.
But they're
This
not okay. They're not doing anything about it though.
what you gonna do? This is cyber war. That's a whole
Well,
different fight. You have to put
you know, Trump will
sanctions
probably do
and
something.
oh yeah, Trump gonna do something. Trump gonna send a little airplane over there. What was that song by Outkast? Bombs over Baghdad. Yeah, Trump gonna be playing.
I was wanting to see a drone, but
Nah, I don't want to see no shit like that. I ain't gonna lie, man. If that's if let's see a drone hovering over my house, I'm taking it out. I ain't playing with you. I can't see that well, but all my shit got scopes.
oh, did you see there's a body cam video of an old man who actually shot down or shot at a drone, and they went to his house and they asked him like, well, you know, they were questioning him. Man, he should have just kept his mouth shut because he's like, yeah, I was in my backyard and there was this drone, and you know, it wasn't like the drones that we're seeing here in New Jersey, but it was like a smaller drone or whatever. But he got arrested because he shot at it, and you're not allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually admitted to it because
The
he
old
felt like
people
it's
don't
his
be caring.
property.
Right. The old people don't be caring.
They arrested him. That was not this year. I don't know if it was like a year ago or so. The body cam.
I'm.
Did you see? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to say I don't know what y'all talking about, man.
Did you see the Salvadorian prison? I think it's
Uh-uh.
a Salvadorian prison. They're offering America to send their, I guess, I don't know what kind of prisoners, but American prisoners. Um, they're welcoming them. They're like, we can take them into our prison, and they showed the prison.
American prison, bro. Why don't you just take your own people back?
Yeah, they were saying, yeah, they'll take anybody that we want to send over there.
I bet you they would. It's free labor. They thinking about a come up. Yeah, let's get them in here. We can get some roads built. We can get some whatever they need. That's free labor.
It's like high
That's smart.
security prison. It looked really clean. I don't know. Everybody was wearing white. Like the inmates were all wearing white, and I'm thinking that's probably not their regular gear. That's just
Mm-mm.
for the show.
Mm-hmm. And they was
But they
probably
showed how they
showing you
live.
a movie set.
Right?
That was a fucking movie set. That wasn't how they live.
Because I've seen prisons. I've seen documentaries on like Filipino prisons, Mexican prisons. There's Mexican prisons that allow the family to come in. Like your family can come in, your kids, your wife. They can bring you
I
lunch. They
was
can hang out with you.
it, no, I was listening to that what is his name? Lead attorney. What the he was talking about. You remember that case when people went down to Mexico and they unalived their friend and came back and stuff?
Oh, Shanquilla?
Yeah, he was talking about that, and he was saying like how he used to be a lawyer down in Mexico for a couple of years, and he was like, the prison system is different than up here. He said down there it's your family who feeds you, not the prison.
Mm.
So when you talking about they visit and bringing food, yeah, if you ain't got
Yeah.
that, you ain't gonna eat. That's
Yeah.
how, because he was talking about if they get locked up down there, they done.
Oh yeah, and the prison was not nice at all. Like it was not a nice prison. I was just tripping out how the family can come and bring you lunch. Like what?
Yeah.
You can spend time with your kids.
Oh, we're gonna go see Daddy today.
I guess
We're
you
gonna
can
play
use that to
hopscotch.
barter. Bring me some extra food so I can barter with, just like they do here. They barter their chips and their noodles.
You know, I
But
be like when you go out this country, I be telling people like, man, just be on your best behavior. If you go anywhere, go chill on a resort. You can go sightseeing. Make sure you got a guide from the resort, because I mean they be waiting for you to do something stupid. I remember we was in Jamaica. It was like a party of us, right? And one of the dudes went off. We ain't seen him that night. Woke up the next day, he was locked up for smoking marijuana with some locals. They can smoke it, but guess what? Your ass can't. So they locked him up.
really, where was
Yep.
this?
In Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard Jamaica's scary if you're in the wrong
Oh
place,
man, you don't
wrong
go.
spot.
You don't go off of the reservation. I mean, not reservation, the resort.
Yeah, you have to learn what you can't do.
And I'm black. Fuck that. They be getting there. They ready to get anybody. If you ain't from there, they go get your ass. I don't care if you black, white, orange, purple, green, or yellow. Your ass go get got.
I went to
You
Mexico
grimy.
once. You you can't have a firearm. But
Oh
I
yeah.
took a taser and I got in trouble for even just a taser. I didn't know.
Now how did you get across the
I
border?
mean,
Did you fly or drive?
what do you mean? Oh, like when I came across, I walked.
Across the border?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can walk or you can take yeah, you can take cuz you can take a flight from Mexico into the States, or it's more expensive, or you can take a flight there to Mexico and then just walk across,
I know
or they
that.
have buses that will bus you, but you have to they take you off the bus and you have to go in and show your papers and all that.
But see, what part? You must have went. You went to Tijuana.
No, I went like further into Mexico.
Oh
There's like have you ever heard of Puerto Peñasco? You can go through the Arizona border.
no, I never heard of that.
Yeah, they have like vacation resorts there. And then it's cheaper if you just, instead of going like it's cheaper if you cross there and then you go to your destination. It's cheaper.
Oh,
It costs more if you go straight from America over.
yeah, I didn't know that. I know now. But if I
But
travel
I
with
was
family, I'm not walking, doing that. Yeah. Well, I don't. I ain't been in years.
That's why I had a taser.
my favorite. You want to go somewhere safe? Go to Canada. Canada is like a fucking party country, bro.
I've never been to Canada, but I feel like Canada is just like America, so I don't think I want to.
Man, Canada way more laid back than America. I remember going over there. We can go to the casinos and drink at 19. Only problem is coming across the border and shit. I remember, man, something told me we went to Canada, right? I think I was 19 at the time. Went over there, and it's like you can smoke weed, you can do all this stuff over there, right? Drink, smoke weed. And something told me, like, I had one drink, and I'm like, I ain't gonna drink no more. What people didn't realize, it's legal in Canada at 19, but your ass got to come back to America. Everybody in the car went to jail except for me.
Wait, what? What'd
Everybody,
they go to jail for?
because when we came back across underage drinking,
Oh, like people were still like.
we was fucked up. Well, they was fucked up. They was. So I drunk
Oh,
one
I
drink.
didn't know
No, I think
that.
I had a drink, and I think I had a beer and a shot. And then we partying. It was some chicks we met. Like we met some chicks the week before. They came over there, and it's like this place called Hart Plaza, not too far from the border. and it was like summer jam. So it was like a couple rappers come there, and so it was like a big party. So we met these chicks at there, and then they was like, "Oh, y'all should come over next weekend. We'll show y'all a good time." Because once we went from there, we took them to Belle Isle, and we was young. We 19. We ain't even legal to drink, but we used to always get liquor. So after that, we went to Belle Isle and sat on there, and we drinking and stuff. And they like, "Hey, y'all should come." Right across we looking across. You can look right across the water and see Canada. And you can go to the casino. So we went over there. We in the casino. We having fun. Chilling with the girl. And then when it was probably about 4 a.m, we was like, okay, time to go. I told him like, bro, we should might as well just stay here. But we didn't know him like that. And one of the girls was like, oh, you can stay with me. And I'm looking like, man, I don't know. You wake up and then you chained up or some crazy shit.
You're in the bathtub.
I'm gonna be real with you. These was some white chicks, so it's like I don't know about all that. Y'all females might be cool, but then your daddy, your brother, somebody come home, they're like, "Oh, what these little Negroes here for?" Nah, bro, I ain't doing. I seen too many movies that shit happen. The little white girl be all into the little black boy, and then daddy or the brother see it and go crazy. I'm straight.
You won't even be able to sleep.
Right.
Being all worried.
So I'm sitting in the back, my boy driving. As soon as we come across, it's like
What
we
up,
need
Riaz?
what up, Red? They said we need all y'all to step up. We need all y'all to take a breath of life. You can smell the alcohol. Like, we need all y'all to take. I'm the only one who didn't know nothing. But I drunk when we first got over there. After that, I was like, nah, I ain't gonna drink no more. Because it's the 4 of us, but everybody getting.
You were driving?
No,
or you guys were walking?
Driving. No, we was driving. I was in the back seat, but I wasn't driving. It was my boy car. He always drive drunk. So.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm about to jump down in a minute, Riaz. Yeah, I'm about to get off in a minute, little bro.
Yeah, we're about to close it out.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what kind of alerted that, because he was driving and then he probably smelled like alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, when they question you, what did you go over there for? And so when he was talking, I remember sitting in the bed. I wasn't sleeping on. I was sitting in the bed, and I remember the cop's face changed. When his face changed, I'm like, I don't think that's good. Because he was like, oh, what you guys go over there for? And then he looked again, and he started looking in the car, flashed the light. He said, I need all y'all to come out the car. I know he looked at his license, and then he smelled the alcohol.
What happened to his car?
Impounded.
Did he lose his car?
They wouldn't even let. I had to call a ride. I called my home girl. She stayed downtown though. So
but did they let him get his car back?
No, they impounded it.
But like he was able to
on
take
the
it out of the
American
impound
side.
though?
Yeah, it was on the American side. They didn't mess with him on the Canada side. They, when you coming back, it's like, I guess, customs.
Because Mexico, or I don't know, I guess American customs, depends, I guess, on what you do. They'll take your car and not give it back. Probably not for that. Maybe if you're doing some other illegal stuff.
Yeah, no, they definitely impounded his car, because I remember I'm sitting there waiting. He was like, you got to go. You got to go. I'm like, I'm getting a ride. Because I wasn't like too far. I'm like, bro, where you want me to go? I'm not about to walk across this goddamn bridge.
I would walk across. Just go.
I'm straight, man.
Get hit by a car.
No, I'm straight. Yeah, we've been rocking for almost 3 hours. Yeah, my bad, little bro.
Good night,
yeah, we gotta get my butt off. I appreciate this.
Yeah.
I'll be back Saturday. I'm gonna come back Saturday with that. I forgot what I'm gonna name it.
With something.
Yeah, I told whatchamacallit he can come over too if he wanna get into it.
Who, Bond and Wildheart?
Yeah, Bond believe in God. It's Wildheart who don't. But I told him, like, yeah, you can come over. But the more and more I listen to them videos, I'm like, I don't even know if I can have a discuss. Like, but if I'm here, then I can present. But it's like some of the stuff, like he was, like I heard when he said it, but I'm listening again. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? When he was like, why would you be able, if God made us in a perfect way, why would he make us a throat where you have to breathe and eat out of the same thing? I would just make 2 different ones. And I'm like, and I'm saying it's the flap, the epiglottis. But I couldn't even remember the name of the flap at the time. But, the epiglottis is what separate. but it's not the same tube. It's two different tubes. It's one behind the other. Your throat, your mouth is your mouth. Your throat is your is your throat goes down into your larynx, but
That's
behind
funny
that
though.
is your epiglottis. That's where the food goes down. So it's not the same tube that your food and air goes down. It's not the same fucking tube. So I'm
No, that's why
listening.
when it goes down the wrong, right? When we say, "Oh, it went down the wrong hole,"
The
we're like
wrong,
coughing.
but this is what they was arguing with me. They were making this points, and then the one dude was like, "You ever heard of the larynx nerve?" And I'm thinking, like, bro, do you know what a fucking nerve? He's like, "Well, why would you need a nerve to go from your head down past your heart back up to your throat, just to talk?" And I'm like, bro, that's the nerve. You don't need that just to talk. But if you know what a nerve is, and if you understand what a nervous system is, or you'll understand that these nerves connect different parts of your body so they can cooperate with one another. They fire off synapses to tell this to do this, do it. So everything is actually connected by fucking nerves. Everything
I'm
is.
telling you, they just needed something to talk about because that's kind of weird to
Yeah,
question that. But I
it's a
mean, what about
lot.
everything else in the body?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so to say we not designed perfectly, you go point out one thing and say that's, oh, because of that, it's not a perfect design. You don't even understand that. That's why I'm like, I can't talk to these people. I can't. I'm sorry. Like it's like I like talking to Speak because Speak will hear you out, right? And he'd be like, okay, I agree with that, or and if he don't, he'd be like, nah, I'd rather use that. That's even in a
He
debate.
wasn't hearing out
Like,
Wild Heart, not
no, he
completely.
got. But I see why. I'm not trying to be funny.
He got
I
triggered.
fucking see why. I see because I was getting. I'm like, bro, is you hearing? Like, how are you? I'm saying something and then you forming it. There's other parts like you seen the part where he was hearing me like, oh, I understand, but it's like that video is 7 hours long. That was at
Wow.
like the 3 hour mark. If you go to like the 6 hour mark, I went back up there and it's like I'm battling three people at the same time. And they was telling me, I got so annoyed. I'm like, bro, just pull the word up. They was like, when you know something, it's a belief. I'm like, no, it's not, bro. Do you know the definition of these words? Y'all keep like you can't challenge the context of what I'm saying. So now you just picking at words. You telling me because I say I know something that I believe in it. No, there's two totally different concepts. Knowing is knowledge, meaning I have some type of experience or information about this. Believing is accepting something without proof. Them are two totally different fucking concepts. But instead of you, because I kept telling them, you want me to explain God to you, or you want me to show you God in the world without me using my own personal experience. This is how I know God, and I don't believe in God. It's through my practices and personal experience. Now I can sit here and talk about frequency and all that, but that's the, what do you call it? Woo hoo hoo. That's the woo woo. So, and
The
you
woo
don't
woo.
vibrate high. I can understand you don't vibrate naturally because look at the piece of shit you being right now. So I know you don't understand what different euphorias and stuff are.
They want something physical, something tangible.
But it's like, what you want me to do? You want me to call him? Hold on, let me call God for you. God, yeah, can you tell these
What'd
motherfuckers
you
you
say?
are?
Is there a video? Is
Yeah,
there a video?
no. And then like, so he telling me like, because so he told me my personal experience don't matter because they can't observe it or test it, right? That's what he
Okay.
told me.
I
And
mean,
then
yeah.
but then he told me that planet, I said, we was talking about, I said, so I start questioning them. I said, so how was everything created? Well, we don't know. So when people usually say that, they go to one or two things. They either go to the chaos theory or they go to the limited boundary, unlimited boundary theory. So I said, so are you telling me that order is created out of chaos? Oh yeah. Well, show I've never seen that. He said, "Oh, this is what he said. We have seen planets form from dust, right? So if someone tells you they've seen a planet form from dust, I assume it's a fucking video or something. I know NASA got telescopes, so do you know the further you look in
Mm.
space, the further you look back in time? Did you know that?
Well, that goes back to belief.
No, I'm saying no. That's some real shit. When you look in space, the
No, but
further
what
they
they're
go,
saying about dust, a
the
planet
planet
formed.
going from dust.
Yeah,
But
like
when he's
that's
but
where's the evidence? Did
this
they
is
see
what I'm
that?
saying. This
It's
so
a
when he said
belief.
we seen, this is what he said. We seen planets form from dust. So if someone tells you, if I said I seen God, you'll probably be like, where shit, you get it on video?
Yeah, yeah,
If you see, if I came on here like, hey, I seen God, you gonna be like, where you see God at? In your dreams, like. So when he said that, I said, oh shit, can you show me?
yeah. Is
Oh,
it
you want
recorded
people
somewhere?
who need to see everything to believe it? I'm like, bro, didn't you just tell me that? Didn't
Hypo-
you just tell
that's
me you don't
hypocrisy.
believe my own personal experiences that I had because you can't observe it? But you're telling me we who the fuck is we seeing planets form from dust? I'm thinking they done seen some shit on a telescope. You know what I'm saying? Like NASA, they
Right.
seen a NASA
Mhm.
video. When he said we seen it, like you have evidence of it, and then they start talking about, well, if you know the science of physics, physics tells us that you can reproduce that. Oh, we can make planets. You telling me? You telling me physics gives us the math where we can reproduce it, so I can make a fucking planet there.
Yeah, we can throw some dust, some rocks in
Right.
outer space and watch it form.
So
And we have
at this,
satellites that could actually observe that if that's the case.
and that's what I'm look because look, they got videos of supernovas going off. I was just watching it on YouTube the other day. I don't know how far away it was. I just clicked in it for a minute, and I'm like, damn, it's like a light show. And then I clicked out, but it was a supernova. So I'm thinking when he said that, I'm thinking like, oh, it's a video, even if it's on YouTube. Okay, I just want to see it. But then you tell me, well, physics. So, oh, you didn't really see it. They told you mathematically how it can occur, and you just accept it, right?
Right.
Okay, so you
Mhm.
did the same thing I did by accepting God. You did the same fucking thing. You accept they math that they math this equation they give you can create a planet. You accept that shit, but I'm crazy for accepting God. You accept some numbers on a paper and they tell
The
you with
woo woo.
this planets create themselves out of dust with this formula. Like
Sounds like woo woo.
that shit sound over woo woo. At least
But listen, you said that there was a lot more in that stream, so I went back to look. I went to look at both of his channels and it's not there.
it's there. I was just looking at it earlier. Yeah, I was
Oh,
just
then
looking at it
I'll have to
earlier.
look. Which one? Well,
Yeah, it's
I don't
actually up
know.
right now. I actually got it up right now.
Oh, okay, I'll have to
Oh
look.
shit! I just
Cause I
fast
went to
forward.
channel two. I mean channel two. Well, yeah, his channel two and channel three. I don't know if he's got another channel. Does he have three channels? And I don't know the first one. Maybe I don't. Maybe it was on his first one.
It's on 3.
It's
I'm
on
on.
three. Oh, okay. I swear I looked on both, but I didn't see it. Everything that was there was like 5 days old. I'll have to go look.
I'm I want to show you this one part when you said, I didn't hear this part. This dude, I never be cool with the old dude. Fuck him. I'm for real shit. Yeah, and then we start like, bro, And then we was talking about design. I'm like, bro, how is everything so perfectly designed? I said, you have a creature, animal, built a specific way to thrive in a specific environment. That's perfect design, because he was like, it's not perfect because if they go outside that environment, then they die. That's what I'm fucking talking about. How is this animal created just to thrive in this one environment? But if it go on the outside of it, that, you know why? Because what it provides to that ecosystem. Because this animal here is a balance. You take that animal out, not only will that animal not be able to thrive, but the whole area, you start having different populations of other animals that this one animal was keeping in check. Now they start overriding, eating all the different resources. Now that whole ecosystem fucked up because that one piece came out of it. That's a fucking perfect, it's perfectly made for that specific thing. Like when people think of perfection, I don't know how they look at it, bro. Like I know my wife is not perfect, right? But she's perfect for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So she
I
might
want to
not be
know.
perfect. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I want to know how the baby turtles know that immediately when they hatch, they run towards the water because I mean the birds are coming to eat them,
Because they coming to eat
and
them.
they run towards the water instead of running the opposite way. How do
Mm-hmm.
they know that?
It's literally in their genetics, genetic memory, passed down from generation to generation. That's how birds know migration flights before they ever take them. Birds already is pre-programmed in them. This is what I'm
They were
saying.
built like that. Yeah.
You cannot fucking tell me something ain't make this shit, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know how I be feeling at times? I be feeling like I'm in a fucking big ass goldfish or something, like a goldfish bowl. Like is like you ever have an ant farm? Them ants don't know they in a farm. They just living their life, man. They don't know they actually in the ant farm on somebody dresser and shit. We in the universe, man. Look, we just on this earth, bro. We don't really. We can look outside of the planet and stuff like that, but we still don't really know what's out there. Everything, like, order is not created out of chaos. I'm sorry, it's not. Life doesn't come from non-life. We can't observe that. And the way everything is structured and set up, even mathematically, like the laws of physics, the laws of gravity, these are not created. These were discovered when they was shit. They had that kept repeating and repeating and repeating. That means that was in place already. And we became aware of it. We didn't create it. We didn't create the law of gravity. It existed before we even knew it. We didn't create the laws of physics. They existed even before we knew it. As we was observing it, we noticed it. We found the patterns. Even the golden ratio, we didn't create that. That was created. Like, it's impossible for something to be this perfectly designed without a designer. That's just what it is. Do we know? Like,
Yeah.
have I sat there and talked to God or the creator, whatever you want to call the designer of the architect, whatever you want to call it? I mean, but you can't say something like it. That's not fucking logical. I'm sorry.
Like the
It's not
trees give us oxygen.
right. And we give the trees carbon dioxide. You see how that works? We give the trees something to give us something. The level of cooperation with the organisms on this planet is fucking crazy. Like I said, you can take one thing out of its ecosphere and it fucked the whole thing up. Kill all the bees and see what happens. Like that's I'm starting. And they was like, oh, that's not a design. Well, what is it? So everything just came into existence. Yeah.
Everything
Okay.
just
Well,
happened to work together like that.
like that, like who, like you can think of that. That's more crazier to think than something actually did it. But this is their problem. They're so fixated on a Christian God. I don't know. Maybe the priest got to them when they was little. I don't know. But something happened to them where that shit just fucked them up. And their whole ideology, when you say creator, God, anything like a higher power, they mute. But you can't explain. You want to say all this shit just happened randomly?
Well,
How
I
the
heard him say he doesn't buy into the universe, like the universe being God, the higher power.
mm.
I heard that.
And even like the other dude though, there's another dude on there. What is his name? There's another dude that come on there at the end. But he was like, they didn't like when I asked questions because he was saying, "Oh, that's what I was trying to find. Let me see if I can find that part." They didn't want me asking him a question. Hold on, there we go. I think that's the part right there.
Man floating around.
So even
There's a magical element to what you're talking about. There's something magical about it.
the golden ratio.
Look at
Yes.
how
The golden
Fibonacci,
ratio. There you go.
Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah, here we go. That's it.
So back to design. It looks designed.
It looks designed, therefore it is. No, that's just
now on that part, the Fibonacci sequence. They said that looks like a design. The Fibonacci sequence is the golden ratio, and we find that in every fucking spiral, even from your fingerprint down to a seashell. It has the same exact measurements, and they call it the golden ratio. They call it the what else do they call it? The not the mark of God, the fingerprint of God, because it repeats in a variety of different things, and they don't understand that. But they say, "Oh, that looks designed like they just made the shit up." I'm talking about professional scientists.
Well, is that the first time they've heard of that?
Nah,
Was it because you brought it up?
but see, when you the Fibonacci sequence, they use that in more. They use that more in academics. But when you talk about like metaphysics, we call it the golden ratio. But it's like I'll show you in a minute. I want you to hear this stuff.
something can look designed and not be designed.
You heard that? Something can look to be designed but not be designed. Like, okay, bro. So if I see something that look designed, like, so if it's not designed, what is it? Like, this what I'm saying with these words, bro. With these,
It's an
like,
accident.
right? Like, so if it's not designed, is design the same as created? So if it's not designed, what is it? Listen to them, and they say it with so much confidence, and that's why I'm to the point, like, bro,
Something can look designed, have the appearance of designed, and not be designed.
Again, you said something can, but
Something can look, something can look designed, but
I'm making
not
them repeat
be
it.
designed. If something
I'm in my head, like, man, repeat that shit to yourself.
can look,
But you're saying it's not just one thing;
that's
it's
not
a
evidence
whole
that it is designed.
He's saying
one
something,
thing. One
but
thing can be accidentally, right? Look like design, but not all these things that you're matching up.
but even look at his logic, right? Let me show you something. That's why I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking to at this time. Like, I'm literally like, this is why
It's pointless.
And this is what, okay, so the definition for design: planned or conceived in detail for a specific purpose. So I'm talking about fucking nature. I'm talking about the Fibonacci sequence. They were talking about it looks designed, but it's not. So the Fibonacci sequence occurs in nature through multiple things, like on you, on, like I said, seashells, flowers, um, snail shells, almost everything is a fingerprint on nature. The rings on a fucking, the way the rings come from a tree, all this stuff, the way things grow, like the way the Fibonacci sequence is the way the universe turns. Like they found the same sequence all throughout life, not even on this planet, but even in space. And you telling me it looks designed, but that don't mean it's designed. Well, what is it? Because what, show me how many things aren't created with a purpose.
Did you ask that question?
I can't even get through these people. Listen, just listen.
It's appearance.
Yeah. Appearance.
Now
What?
now the Fibonacci sequence is a mathematical equation. I mean, it's mathematical. It ain't nothing I'm fucking looking at.
It's appearance. And that sounds like woo woo.
So even if I look outside, right? So even if you say, okay, it's appearance. So go grow a tree without any essence of a tree, no seed or anything. Grow a tree. Show me how that happened. How could anybody explain how the fuck a tree came into existence? A tree. Have you ever heard of anybody say, oh, trees came into existence because of this? This occurred in nature and it formed a tree. This formed in nature and created a fucking bison. This happened in nature. They talk about evolution, that we was, what did they say? We was fish and came up on the thing and with some tadpoles or some shit and turned into some monkeys. The monkeys turned, you don't see that shit occurring no more. That should never happen again. Oh, it takes billions of years. So other things would have been involving within that time frame too, right? Like, come on, man. Everything, look, the shit is the same way it was years ago. You know what? I believe in evolution when you consider it as adaptation. Things will adapt to the environment for survival.
Yeah.
That I agree with. But a monkey turning into a human, nah. You can't even mate with a monkey. If that was our ancestor, we should have some relative DNA where we can crossbreed. We can think about the reproduction. Like all this shit, you can't tell me this ain't a design. Man and woman is the only two, a male and female is the only two who can reproduce. You put a male with a male, they ain't gonna reproduce. A female with a female is not gonna reproduce. But if you put a male with a female, then you create life. You tell me that's not, but even with fucking plants, that shit like that. There's not many things on this planet that's asexual. I'm not saying it's not, it is, but it's not as common as it is male and female needed to create life. And you telling me that's not designed? That should just randomly happen? Like you can't, even as a human being, you create sperm. Sperm create egg. I mean, the female create eggs. You look in animals. Animals have their cycle also. You got a female dog, you don't get a neuter, what happens? She have her period, right? So animals even have cycles. But you can't mate an animal and a human and create life. It's not going to happen.
Some people just refuse to accept things. It's like denial at all costs. Denial. Even when it's in their face.
It's a design.
If
Which
something
is not,
looks designed, that means Bro, that defeats the first law of logic.
Well,
No,
if
How
it
does
looks
it?
designed, if we think it looks designed, we can investigate further, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't just take it from there and say, okay, yeah, it's designed. No,
Yeah.
And you heard what I told him, that defeat the first law of
So
logic.
is
I
he
did
saying
it.
nobody ever investigated?
Oh my god! Like this, and this old fart, he think he's so intelligent. There's a reason,
steps
bro.
involved to figure out if this thing was actually designed and who designed it. You could
Yeah.
actually find the person who
Is
designed the
there
thing
toy
if
boats
you
on that
really want to
back
investigate
there?
enough.
I could go outside and look at a blade of grass and
So
think,
what
oh, that looks
what
designed.
created
That doesn't
what
mean that the blade of grass was designed.
I don't know what he said. Did he say blood grafts?
He said I can go look at a blade of grass
Oh, a blade of grass.
and say, oh, it wasn't designed. I was not. Okay, so this we just looked up the definition.
I'll
So
say like Nate Baby says, my scalp hurts. They make my
yeah,
scalp
my
hurt.
stuff. Because but this is what I'm saying. Even the concept of design, was the grass created for a purpose? Like, do the grass? I mean, so how do we identify if something is designed? Okay, we look. Does it have a specific purpose? Okay, it does. Okay, so now how do we determine if it was actually designed? Can we recreate it? Go recreate some fucking grass. Go recreate it, because I'm telling you, the thing that designed it is something for way far beyond our conception. I told him God exists because you want God to adhere to the laws and understanding that you know. I'm telling you, God is outside space and time. Nothing can exist outside. No, you can't exist. But if God created space and time, what the fuck you mean? The creator is not in the creation. The creator created the creation, but the creator is not bound by the creation. So how can God exist if he's outside of space and time? If God created space and time,
Right.
that's like, if I create a ball, I am not inside the fucking ball.
Makes sense to me.
so let me ask y'all something now. What brought everything into existence?
I don't
The
know.
question of the ages.
I
I don't-
believe
Listen to this dude.
the universe always existed.
Yeah, I think some. I don't know.
It doesn't have an end.
But we're asking
No,
you
because
what
time.
you believe. It doesn't matter what we
Oh,
believe.
no. Oh no, I want to let old boy rock out. Let Sam rock out. Go ahead, Sam. If you don't mind, I apologize.
Time
Oh, it's fine, sir. I thought too much.
Time is intrinsically linked to space,
Mhm.
all of which is within the universe. So if time is within the universe, how was it ever not? As soon as there was time, the universe was already there.
So the universe brought time into existence. I'm trying to understand. I'm asking for clarity.
That's a really bad way of saying it, because it's you.
Ain't that what the fuck you just said? When
He's just
time
saying everything was
existed,
already there.
if time, he said, when time came to existence, the universe was already there. Okay, so if time existed, if the universe was, so I'm asking him, like, is time coming? The universe,
First. Hmm.
right? Like, so the universe was there, and then time happened. So did the universe create time? Like, what the fuck created time? So you telling me if the universe didn't create time, something within the universe had to create time. If it didn't exist at the same time as the universe, if they didn't exist at the same time, something brought time into existence with the universe.
kind of implying it created it, like it had a mind or something.
Time started at the same.
I mean,
See, this is what, and see, look, I don't, and this is, I'm not trying to be funny, but this is, I don't want to say people got low intelligence, but people are so smart, they're so fucking dumb. They think consciousness is something that belongs to us. Like not, oh, the universe can't be conscious. The universe can't be aware of itself, but it's steady expanding. Y'all telling me this thing is steady fucking growing. How many things grows without awareness? There's not too many things. Micro fucking organisms, they say, have consciousness because of the way, even parasites, like they know to do this or do that or do that. Maybe not the conscious that we got, but we think we on this fucking planet and we stuck and we think we the smartest things out there. Like nothing has the intelligence that we have. Like nothing has beyond, like to think that is naive. To look around and see how everything is perfectly created and think that we the smartest things in existence. The universe, you don't know what the fuck the universe is. You don't know. You only know what people tell you. Until you get your ass on the universe and see for yourself, man, you probably go out of space and you start hearing some voices. You ever hear them space howls? Like on them NASA videos? That shit sound creepy. That
Yeah,
shit,
very
I'm
creepy.
like, oh shit. I couldn't be in no spaceship in here. I'd be like, take me home, drop me off. Look, y'all got a parachute in this bitch? Let me go.
Because of the universe, without the existence of the universe, there will be no time.
So time is a property of the universe, right? And so it's like saying, did your skin start after you existed?
Yeah, before
No,
you.
it's part of you. Like, as long as you've been, your skin has been, as long as the universe has been, time has been. What's outside of that, if it's even possible?
If I can ask another question, I know I'm annoying. You said that something exists outside of time. If something exists outside of time, a creator, he wouldn't be able to do anything. Actions are necessarily temporal. You need time. There must be a time before you did an action and a time after. If there's no time, everything would just be still. Whatever existed, nothing would happen.
And see, again, if there's a creator of all this, you don't think they can manipulate it or and then again, who said look, when I talk about God, I don't believe God intervened and do shit. I think God put everything we need in us and it's up to us to do it. I think God one of them parents, the creator. I don't think God, he probably sit back. I don't think God got nothing to do with what the fuck happened down here. Honest, I'm being 100% honest with you. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like God give people sports cars or new jobs or any of that. I think everything that we need was put within us and it's up to us to bring it
To
out.
create it.
To
Yeah.
create it. And we are made in the image and the likeness. Meaning everything that God, well, I ain't gonna say everything like we can create. Well, we can create universes, not on the mass scale, but on the micro scale. We can create environments. We can
We don't
create
know yet
for
everything
ourselves.
because, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just talking, think about this though. If you can create your own community, you can create your own family. You can do things, just, I'm not going to say like God, but you can do things on a micro level. We are fractions of the creator, literally. But listen to what this motherfucker say.
Well, he's limiting something he doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Limiting to our comprehension because we don't have the answers. We don't know. It's like above what we can comprehend.
Above my pay grade.
If the creator is out of the existence of time in the universe, then it don't have to abide by these laws, right?
Oh, yeah, that's called
It's logically necessary.
that's called special
Okay,
What did he
listen to
say?
this.
It's called
existence.
special. I think you're called
Special.
special.
If I can get back to
Oh,
Sam. Sam.
special existence.
Yeah.
Special
That's the
existence.
thing. That's the thing
something
that's
you-
outside of existence.
But can you explain? Can you explain to me how?
And see, that's what I'm saying. They keep limited in. If there is a God, why do you think they like, bro? It don't even like the way they comprehend. If there is a God, why would they be limited to what you? Why would they be
That's what I'm
bound? If they
saying.
created the
Yeah.
fucking laws, why would they be bound to them?
Yeah.
It don't. That's the whole purpose of God being Almighty, all powerful. It's not bound by the things we bound by. That's the whole concept.
They're making God bound to what they know, what we know. We as humans know.
And look at them. This is why I see. This is why people don't have conversations with these people. I'm not trying to be funny. It's like talking to a fucking paint can. I get better conversation out the paint can because it bubble.
If time doesn't exist, how could a creator do anything?
I didn't say time didn't exist.
You said he exists outside of space and time.
I said the creator.
The creator exists outside of space and time. If he exists outside of time, he wouldn't be able to do anything.
Maybe he doesn't abide by time.
And then, oh boy, if you say that, he gonna say, well, that's special existence. It's fucking God. What do you mean? Yeah, special existence, mom. Like
Supernatural special.
Yeah, like bro, what the fuck? What? I don't know.
There will be no and he wouldn't exist. If you exist for no seconds, do you exist?
Outside of what you can comprehend.
That means we wouldn't exist either. Yeah or no?
This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm dealing with. No, we man.
So it's like a meta time. There must be something.
I think Sam is gonna bring more clarity to help me understand. If y'all don't.
Oh, well, yeah,
Sam. So,
oh, you being
because of
petty.
the universe, everything.
Yeah.
No. Everything is the universe. You keep trying to put. You're the one anthropomorphizing right now.
No, I'm trying.
The universe didn't. Okay.
He just learned that word from me today. By the way, I'm so proud.
Did you cause
That's why he couldn't say it right.
yourself?
No, I'm asking.
Did you cause? Sorry, the better analogy. Did you cause your heart to exist?
Now, see, now that I'm asking them questions, he got frustrated because he think I'm like, bro, I'm just asking for clarity. Like, no, now I'm having fun.
Did I cause my heart to exist? My heart.
Did you cause your?
Did you make?
There you go. There you go.
Did you make?
Gotcha.
It's just this, I'm asking him because he said everything that exists is part of the universe. Everything that exists is part of the universe. So I'm like, so I'm a part of the universe. So am I a small piece of the universe? Because you said I'm a part of it. So if I'm a part of it, I'm like a piece of it, right? Well, no, listen to him.
Everything exists because of the universe, right?
No.
If your heart exists because you. That's what you're saying.
What you're saying is everything exists because of the universe.
No, because it is the universe.
Everything exists. So on a micro,
we have no evidence. We have no evidence of anything existing outside the universe. If you believe in something outside the universe, give your reasons why you believe that. That's all I'm looking for.
Sam is giving me clarity. So when Sam
Yeah,
gives us clarity,
there's no. You're putting a
Petty.
cause in there. You keep going back to the universe caused everything.
I'm not saying the universe because you're
So,
telling.
so when this, none of this shit made. Now that I'm listening back, because now what he's saying is everything exists because of the universe. So if everything exists because of the universe, did everything come into existence when the universe did? Because if not, that means the universe created everything. If it
Mm,
didn't come into existence at the same time, but
mm-hmm.
everything exists because of the universe, what the fuck? You see what I'm saying? Now, keep listening to
Telling me
And nothing can exist
that
outside of the universe.
everything is the universe.
him.
So
Correct. Yep.
my next question is: so the
What
macro
caused it?
and micro? No, I don't care what causes it. I'm literally questioning existence now because everything is the universe. So I am a fraction of the universe.
Yeah, a part of it. Yeah. Well, you're
Fraction.
made of the same stuff.
Made of the same stuff. So a
Yep.
higher version of me will be the universe itself.
A higher
Bye.
version of you would be the universe.
A complete version of me would be the universe. So I'm just the speck of the universe. Got it. So
So well,
there's my
that's
God.
like saying no. See, that's
Nope,
saying
my God,
and a
bro.
complete. Well, let me answer you. You just said my my finger. A bigger version of my finger would be me.
Huh?
That's how much
That's what
sense
you
that
just.
made. You
Bro,
He
Say
told
what?
me, this is what he told me. He said, when I asked him, am I a fraction of the universe? Yeah. And then he said, a part, right? I'm a part
Mm-hmm.
of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So a complete version, if I'm a fraction, the complete, I should have said the complete. But that's why I said I'm a speck of it. So I'm just a piece that fell off of it. And so if that's the case, this is what I should have asked him. The universe is conscious then.
Mm-hmm.
From their ideology, the universe is conscious. Because if I'm just a small piece and I have a consciousness, the universe must be conscious also. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore, the universe God.
Mm-hmm.
So you do
Exactly.
believe in God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wild Heart, are you listening, Wild Heart?
So you do believe in a God.
you
that's
are
what
a
you just
part of
said.
it. No, that's how your mind's trying to rationalize it. That makes no sense.
You just said I am a part of
You take anything, any item, the universe or a fucking brick, right? Take a little piece of that brick. You think that little piece is a tiny version of that bigger brick. That's not how that works. I can't somehow and then now a big it's of the bigger thing.
I'm confused.
It's not
Okay.
the bigger thing. You're
It's
trying to
not the
say
bigger
that
thing.
a
I'm a
part of
fraction.
some
So
So it's
if you
separate
take
from the bigger thing.
a brick, his analogy, if you take a brick and you break a piece off, right? The brick is still bigger, but I am a smaller portion of the brick.
You're still made up
Portion-
of the same thing that the brick
I'm
is.
still made of the same thing that a brick is made of. I'm still made of the same thing that the brick is made of. I'm just a smaller portion of it. I should have used the term portion instead of version. But yeah, I messed that up. But any way it go, I mean, I can articulate version and I can make it as well. No, I can look up a synonym, and I'm pretty sure one of the synonyms are portion.
Or like a dough. You get dough and you break off a piece of dough. It's just a
Yeah.
smaller version of the bigger dough.
So
You're
everything
made up
that
of the same.
everything that I am, the universe is too. So if I have a conscious, the universe must have a conscious, a bigger conscious. So the universe is the creator. The universe is my creator, right? If I'm a fraction of it, if I'm a piece of it,
Mhm.
then the universe is my creator.
Mhm.
Think is the thing.
But you see how you walk them. That's all you gotta do is walk them down. But they don't believe in the creator. But they believe the universe. We're parts or a piece of the universe.
Mm.
So the universe, but they don't want to say the universe is the creator. And there's spiritual practices that tell you the universe is the creator. That's how they look
Yeah,
at the
so the
universe.
universe is our father.
Yeah.
I mean,
And a
that
part
would
of
be the anthropomorphism, the father part, but
Yeah. But that's the creator. I mean,
something
yeah.
isn't
I ain't
it.
you say that,
It's a part of it.
I'm a part of it, so I'm a fraction of it.
But you are not
So now if I say collective consciousness, so if I'm a fuck with them. Oh, I can't wait to see them. I'm gonna fuck with them.
the whole. Exactly.
I never right. That's what I was saying. I'm a fraction of the universe.
But a bigger version of you is not the universe. That makes no sense to say that.
I should have said
A
portion.
whole wouldn't be a part of so a fraction of if I take something from something.
But see, you notice too, I stopped saying version and start saying fraction. He kept going back to version, and I'm saying fraction. I said version one time, and after that, I started saying, so I'm just a fraction. But he keeps, this is how they argue. I'm not saying version no more. I corrected it and said fraction.
I'm not, but now you totally confused me. So when I said I'm a small part of the universe, so the universe, I just reverse engineered it, bro. Not, I use the term version. Okay, so the universe is just a bigger piece of me. Is that better?
No, it's the thing you're a piece of.
That's the same shit.
If I'm a piece of it,
It's not a version.
See, do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? I literally said, so the universe is just a bigger piece of. I'm talking in first person, right? That's all I'm doing. That's all that happened is no, you're a small piece of it. So it's a bigger piece of me. I'm talking in first person. That's it. But he keep going back. I didn't even say version. I told him my bad. I shouldn't have said version. I
Yeah.
literally said that, and he's still
Yeah, a
going back to
fraction.
version.
A piece.
Version means the
I know.
this.
But
Yeah.
do you see how they moved? Like they divert, bro. I didn't say I said version. I even just a second ago I said okay. I shouldn't have said version. So the universe, and then I went to piece. I was doing fraction, but he keeps leaning on version because he know I got his ass.
So, but you're not. It's not a version of you. That's like saying
That's
a
why I said
bread crumb is a version of the bread. It's a part of the bread. It's not just a smaller.
it's nothing outside of the bread. It's a piece of the bread. So I'm a
That's
piece of
right. Even if I take that crumb and burn it and it turns into carbon and oxygen and shit,
so
it's
so
still there.
so my association with the universe is I am a fraction of it.
Still came
Yeah.
off the bread.
But you know
Just
what?
another.
Can
It's
you
just
see?
another
I think
form,
that's an
another
even
format.
misleading way to think
Can,
about
can you
it
see what I pulled up?
apart because see you're still putting
Or you just saying the video?
No, I'm seeing the video.
entity in there like
Okay, so let me read this.
all of the things are joined together.
Oh man, I want to read you the definition of version. A particular form of something differing in certain respects from an earlier form or other forms of the same type of thing. So unless if I am a piece of the universe, unless the universe is looking like a 6-foot black male, technically I'm a version of it. By definition. because it's in a
Right, like
particular.
if it's a bread and then you're a crumb and then you do whatever with that crumb, doesn't matter what you do, it still goes back to your part of the bread,
You're part
no
of the
matter what you
bread, but
turned
you're a
into
version
later.
of a bread, a particular form of something differing in a certain respect from an earlier form or other forms of the same thing. So if you take a piece of bread and you take it
You wet
off
it,
and you wet it,
you
or
burn
it,
it.
it becomes hard, right? It's a version of that bread. There's no, it's still a
Still came
piece
from
of
the
it.
bread. Yeah, it
It
still
came
came
from
from
the
the bread.
bread, but now it differs from the original form. So I'm not walking around with stars and moons and shit on my, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm a
Mm-hmm.
piece of the universe, I am a different. These
Form,
people
different
be, yeah.
form, but a different form, but still part of the bread.
I'm still part of it. I'm just like, okay, like even this. My mother gave birth for me, right? That's what my mother. I am a version of her because I'm not a female, but I still came from her, but I'm not a fucking female. So I differ from the original. I'm a little bit taller than my dad. I'm bigger than my dad. I'm from him, but I'm a different version of him,
Mm-hmm.
just like the universe. But see, this is what I'm saying. Like when I wish I could have pulled because when I said version, I knew what the fuck I meant. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna concede because I want him to keep going because I want him to say what I
Together,
want
and we
him to
haven't
say.
established things are connected. So I can go as far as to say I am simply made of matter, or I am made of the universe. I'm made of the substance that's in the universe. But if that's how you're defining a part, then we're a part of the universe. But I just think we're made of the stuff that's in it. We're not
Same shit.
like, you know,
You said what happened?
a
No,
piece
it's
of
the
a
same thing.
pie that if I die, like there's a piece missing of the pie or something.
Is it like what the fuck did that? I
Yeah, now
man,
now
look,
that's a whole different thing.
that's a whole different. But this is what I was dealing with. This is the only time I have fun on this stream.
I mean, technically, if we're all parts of
So
the universe and they all work together,
when
like you were
people
saying, the bees, if the bee dies
associate
off,
uh, creation to the universe, is that
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a bit of a dick.
Mhm.
Right. It doesn't matter what Sammy believes or what I believe. I want the answer to the question, why do you believe what
You,
you believe?
you see what I'm
Keep
saying?
going back? I'm trying to
He
understand.
answered it.
No, I'm saying you're saying, Sammy, tell me what you believe, and if I can prove you're wrong, that makes me right. No, it doesn't. Sammy could be wrong about everything. I could be wrong about
hmm,
everything.
that's
It
interesting.
doesn't make you right by default. You have to explain
I'm
why you
trying
Oh,
believe.
to
that's
say
interesting.
this is the whole thing.
Now do you see like the
Oh, that's
whole
real
like?
interesting. What is it?
Mhm. Yeah, that they didn't want me to question them. That's why I was sitting up here like y'all getting off on this. That's why I was like, okay, you know, conversation over. Because one, you couldn't pull nothing up. Two, you didn't know what the hell. I'm like, bro, everything I say you omit and then ask me the same question again. I'm like, bro, this shit is weird. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was high on something.
But now nobody's wrong,
You see?
right? That's what I understood. What Wildheart just said. That pretty much now nobody's wrong.
That shit was weird, man. I promise you it was. Let me get my butt off here. We worked out for what another hour. But
Oh yes, that's
yeah,
really interesting though. But all right, good night, Nine. That was good though.
yeah, that was great. That was great. I should have did that a little earlier. But yeah, I thought that was funny. There's another part in there I want to clip. When that one dude he was asking, he was like he gave his analogy. He literally said some shit like this. when he was talking about that nerve running from this part of your body to that part, it was like, that's like having a car and wiring it and having wires go from the front to the back over the wheel rail, some shit like that. And I'm like, do you not know how cars are? Do you know you got a wire harness that travel from the front to the back of the fucking car? Like, what
Yeah,
the
it's just
fuck is you
underneath.
talking about? Yeah, like,
Yeah.
bro, wires run. That's how the lights in the back work, bro, because it's getting power from the front. Unless you got a battery source in the back. That's how it works. It runs from the front to the back. I'm like, bro, this motherfucker. And I'm like, they don't hear themselves enough, or people don't. This is why people don't listen to them in real life. I'm being honest. I bet you I can ask any of them, have they ever got paid? Have people ever paid them to talk to them? They gonna say no. Have you ever got paid to think? No. You just had a regular ass job doing shit because your ass slow. I'm sorry. But yeah, let me get off here. If I start roasting somebody.
Good night, Nine. Good night, chat. Good night, everyone.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Alright,
Shout out to y'all
get some
again, man.
rest.
We have fun. Yeah, I'm gonna get some rest. I'll be off tomorrow, but we'll be on Gary channel. We'll be on Mr. 33 Sports Chat, so check us out over there. Appreciate y'all, man. But y'all know what I always say: care about how you feel. These are conversations that run nations. And if I say anything that resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody, help me spread the word. But until next time, we out.
What up, Nine?